And this will be a good chatting stream because we can just kind of talk and chill during this. Now let me know if the music does need to get upped. But hey, Lucas. New prediction: what does the grass feel like?
Welcome to Dreamland, a kingdom famous for peace and quiet. It's the
does it need to
perfect
go up?
little land, if you like that sort of thing. Lately, there have been rumors of a caped sorcerer going around turning people into yarn. That's right, yarn.
Okay.
One day, Kirby saw his favorite food, a bright red tomato, on top of a bush. Down the hatch. But when Kirby tried to eat it, a caped sorcerer appeared. My name is... Hey, what are you doing? Stop that! No, that's my magic Metamato. Kirby gulped the Metamato right down. Just then, a white sock around the sorcerer's neck began to glow. Then it sucked Kirby up.
Turnabout is fair play. We good?
This grass feels funny, Kirby thought. It feels like pants. And to Kirby's surprise,
how does Kirby even know what pants feel like? He doesn't wear them.
Was made out of yarn. Then he saw a yarn.
I mean, actually, his entire
a blue yarn boy.
His entire body's made of air.
Somebody
to be fair.
help me! Kirby tried to swallow the monster up, but the air went right through his body. Kirby wondered what he should do. Suddenly, Kirby transformed into a car. He drove away with the boy and left the monster behind to eat his dust. Apparently, that strange Metamato gave Kirby the power to seamlessly transform into a car and who knows what else.
And who knows what else. Car mouth. Thanks for saving me. What's that? You say you're from another world? Wow, welcome to Patchland. You just stick with me and I'll show you the ropes. Look, it's blue Kirby. It's American Kirby. I mean, it's Prince Fluff, but it's also just basically Kirby. This is my castle. So, also, wait a minute. Can't Prince Fluff also transform? So the Metamato did nothing then. So feel free to look around as much as you want. So this is the Kirby game that, like, the first console Kirby game since 64 that wasn't a spin-off. And at the time when this game came out, it was made by Good Feel. It had the unique art style and all that. And I think a lot of people were very against it at the time, specifically because you had, let's see, you had 64, and then you had Squeak Square was kind of traditional, but you had Amazing Mirror was kind of different from a normal Kirby game. You had Kirby, a remake, you had Air Ride, and then you had stuff like Canvas Curse, and then this game came out, and then Mass Tech came out. So people were ready for like a more traditional Kirby game. But I think most people still enjoyed this game because it was very, still very cute and very fun. But the bigger thing that people had issue with was the fact that you can't die in it, which I always thought was a little silly, personally. Because it's not like Kirby's ever been a hard game to begin with. We say as I've struggled with Kirby for the last 3 sessions, but I don't think Kirby's been that hard. And I think 100% is still pretty hard to do. Oh no, look, you can carry things in this game, kind of. Not in the same way as 64, but... Well, getting hit has a punishment in this game. It's just that you can't, like, actually get a game over. Which I thought was... The thing is, I feel like nowadays people are kind of in favor of, oh, lives are bullshit. So, I feel like... Because getting hit is a punishment. Like, yeah, you can't die, but you still lose gems. Which I would argue is... Like, again, for beating the game, it's not really an issue, but if you want to get 100%, then yeah. You obviously don't want to get hit. I guess it wasn't so much that you can't game over. The issue is more so that you couldn't die. Which, again, there's lots of games in which you can't die. Like Wario Land. Not being able to die isn't really an issue in and of itself, I would argue. Well, and I don't really think so, because I don't think anyone ever hated this game, per se. I don't think there was ever a mentality of this game is bad. I think there was a mentality of, we want regular Kirby back, more than anything else. Yeah, it's interesting. How many people was this your first, for how many people, how was this your first Kirby game, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Like, how many people had this be your first Kirby game? Because I feel like a lot of people said that they play a lot of the older Kirby games on the Wii. So it feels like for a lot of you guys, this was probably one of the first Kirby games you played. Why am I not... Why is this not letting me dash? There we go. Patch Castle. Everything seems good music-wise, by the way. Well, no, a lot of games weren't originally Kirby games, but this game definitely wasn't. See, the thing is, I respect this game more than Yoshi, because Yoshi's Woolly World was like, hey, what if we just did this again, but with Yoshi instead, which I thought was kind of, eh. I'm not the biggest Woolly World fan. Oh, I should mention Sakani, since I mentioned the new, or not just Sakani, but for anyone new coming in, I mentioned the new alerts, because we did see the one new sub. But there are new, there's a new follow alert, there's a new raid alert, three new, which you've seen one, 3 new sub alerts, and then there's a bunch of new bit alerts for 50, 100, 200, 300, and 400, which I think you guys will enjoy. Tingle is now 800 bits. Or more. So, just throwing that out there. Now again, we're not doing 100% for this playthrough, but if anyone has anything they want to talk about, feel free. This is the I can talk about stuff because it's chill. I don't need to pay attention.
Thanks for your help, the Blue Yarn Boy said. Not that I needed it. I'm Prince Fluff. Ever since Yin Yarn the Sorcerer ripped Patchland into 7 pieces, you just can't go anywhere without running into these horrible...
Hey, look, shards.
was interrupted when they were attacked by a huge 3-eyed blob of yarn. Ew, gross, stop it! But before the blob could eat Prince Fluff, Kirby transformed and smashed it to smithereens in a most spectacular fashion. Among the little blob bits, there was a shimmering piece of spiraling yarn. That's it. That's the magic yarn, Fluff exclaimed.
Get used to that line, because I say it a lot, I'm pretty sure.
Had been looking for. Yin Yarn had stolen the magic yarn from Patchland.
Yay, we got a new world. To be fair, yarn can't die, I
into
don't
the fabric of the kingdom and stitch 2 pieces of Patchland together.
I have
what
not.
About the other pieces?
I don't. That's why I said it's hard.
Kirby, always happy to help, decided to help his friend recover the missing pieces. And the two began their journey to stitch Patchland back together.
I think it's really distracting that the eyes are not... Like, I don't think it ever bugged me before, but, like, the fact that the eyes are not yarn, they stand out so much. Like, it's fine in game, but in cutscenes it's like, Without a world without scissors, yarn is invincible. Pretty much. Prince Fluff, what an unexpected surprise. Oh, and who might your friend here be? Lord Kirby, you say. He is visiting us from another world, you say. How exciting. My name is Dom Wool, and it is my pleasure to make your acquaintance. Oh, hey, we got it. I mean, you're also like, that's a fake raid, so... I'm not going to say thank you for the fake raid, but... Oh, that's just wonderful. I'm the manager of Quilty Court here. Please come inside for a moment, I insist. I wanted to make it Incineroar, but I couldn't find any good images of it or gifs of it. Welcome to your new home. Well, I suppose it's not much to look at just yet, but I would be honored to have one of Prince Fluff's guests staying here. So see, Kirby gets an apartment. A proper home must be properly furnished. Please accept this gift as from me. Feel free to furnish the place in whatever way you desire. We'll discuss the rent later. This is the Wii era of games got to add like fun little side things like this. And now they've been taking them out. I feel like, well, give or take. I feel like everyone's like, no, we just want to play the game. Open the menu. Okay, yeah. So, like Kirby has a throne and a chandelier. I decorated it. Look, I have a throne. You can sit in the throne. Hey, thank you, Luzera? Hopefully it's not Izura, but thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. That is not the new alert, though, guys, but still a good one. Alright, on to Grassland. So we're going to see how much we can get today. We're like, what, 8? I usually do 5 hours, so 6, 2, 3, 4, 11. So we have about 3 hours that we could do this. We're not beating it in 3 hours. There's no way. But yeah, there's a ton of games out there that started like Smash did not start off life as a Smash game. It started off life as just a generic polygon fighter, I'm pretty sure. Splatoon famously was going to be, I think it was originally considered to be a Mario spin-off initially. And then they're like, hey, what if we did something else? And I think initially it was bunnies, and then it was squids. Because they're like, but bunnies can't make ink. We'll collect some stuff, but we're not going to go out of our way to get everything necessarily. This game has aged really well, by the way. Because, like, obviously it's on the Wii, but, like, and it's basically 2D, so it's, like, hard for it not to age well, but it has aged, like, really well, I think. This is why everyone's whole thing about, like, the top, high-end, realistic graphics, like, it's not going to last in the long run. Wasn't Star Fox Adventure? It was, yeah, no, Star Fox Adventure was the game with, it was like a Dinosaur Planet with, like, original characters, and then they replaced it with Fox for the N64 originally. Well, they were going to do, like, Sunshine, I think, wasn't it, the plan? This game's soundtrack is absolutely gorgeous. Potentially one of the best Kirby soundtracks, I would argue. But yeah, if you want to get 100%, you have to, like, collect so many beads to get all 3 of the medals, potentially. I know I'm doing it for the first level, but it's because it's the first level. It doesn't really matter. We're showing things off. Got a fountain. I mean, a lot of the problem is art, well, facial animations, but a lot of his art style. We are at the point, you're right, Sakani, where we're basically, like, it's gonna get to the point where you kind of can't get any better, and you know they're starting to age better as it is, but like you know you look at even games from last generation, they kind of don't age as well as you'd expect. Like everyone's favorite game, Skyrim, does not look that good, honestly, graphically. Yeah, LA Noire was like what considered one of the most cutting-edge games of its time. And it's like, you know, not bad, but it definitely does not hold up as well as it did when it was first coming out. How do I get down? Gotta go left. Oh, I guess I can't go. I probably could. I might be able to, like, jump on the wall of these, but... Skyrim is, like, 10 years old. Like... like, it's... I can't believe it got an update. I get it was a 10-year update, but still. Hey, look! It's Planet Robobot. Also, this song, I don't think this is the first time it came back. I mean, obviously, Superstar. But it's interesting. It's basically the Kirby song from Dreamland 1. I've lost a lot of gems, it looks like. This is what I mean, like, you take damage and you lose. You don't want to take any damage, or otherwise you're going to lose your gems. Which is important if you care about 100%. There we go. And I think this wheel will give you gems, so you can luck out and get some that'll push you over the limit, but... Not killed. Hit. Some games from now will still hold up. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we're at the point where they're going to hold up more. Plus, I feel like people are getting better about, like, trying new art styles and not always going for, like, the GameCube era was very much we have to be realistic and high cutting edge, which I get at the time, because they were like, you know, hey, we can do this stuff now, let's actually at least attempt it. And not entirely, there were definitely some you know, some games that were more cartoony, but it does feel like that everyone was going in that direction. You mean the game system itself, or the game's systems in terms of, like, the game's gameplay, or game's look and stuff? That's what was great about the Wii, I feel. Like, I guess it's interesting because I feel like a lot of you are younger. Like, you know, I was born in '90, so obviously the NES was, like, on its way out when I was born, but my mom had it, so I still had access to it. And the same thing with the SNES, we had that. So, like, you know, obviously I've rebought the systems, but as a kid I had all, you know, I played pretty much every system as they were coming out, and maybe didn't play every game, but, you know, did have access to all the games. It's interesting how a lot of people probably, you know, like Pon's talking about, like I know Pon, we've talked about him playing older games and stuff like that. It's interesting how more than likely a lot of people did not play the original game they were coming out, for N64 or otherwise. Like, for me, I can get SNES and NES, but, like, I feel like a lot of the N64 games I played as they were coming out, and for a lot of other people, their first experience was with the Wii, and playing all those games for the first time, you know, with the Wii that was either their first system or their second system, pretty much, so... It's just an interesting thing to think about. So, it is one thing I will say, and that's why, like, I don't know. Everyone likes to give crap about Nintendo's online system, and I get it. But, like, I think regardless, you know, they should have more stuff on there probably at this point, but, like, you know, say what you want about the Virtual Console, but you had to go out of your way to buy every individual game on the Virtual Console to play it. So you had to be like, okay, I want to play more Kirby games, right? With the online system, if there's a game you don't know about that you're not going to want to spend money on, you still have the ability to play it if you because you have all of them are at your fingertips, you know. So I kind of like that more, especially, you know, having gotten Game Pass. I've been playing more Sable. It's a game I showed off last month, and maybe I would have played it if I looked into it. I don't know if I would have, because I don't really, you know, there's just a lot of games out there nowadays. And it's definitely a game that's up my alley. It's I think the best way I can describe it is it's like Breath of the Wild style open world game, but like with a Trigun style or like Star Wars like desert world of sorts. It's definitely the open world style, and it's really fun. And I was not expecting, I didn't know what I was going to get getting into that game because I didn't know anything about it. So it's kind of cool to play games like that that you maybe wouldn't buy and still be able to experience that because of stuff like that. I know there are downsides to the subscription services. I definitely get it. I'm not saying they're perfect, but that is one good element of them for sure. Who else is playing Monster Hunter Rise for... Oh, is that a game trial now? I probably won't get it. Sable is the open world... Yeah, it's the game I showed last month for Game Pass. I've been getting into it more. I do think it's a little short, but I think it's fine because it's an indie game. Or at least, not short, but more so, like, kind of predictable a little bit, but I think that's fine. It obviously isn't going to be on the scale of, like, games like Breath of the Wild or such. And there's been no combat so far. I get that. Like, what happens when the next system comes out? And I would hope... Here's the thing. Nintendo, for the longest time, has had two systems, basically. I know one's been a handheld. My hope is maybe now Nintendo has built it more that they have a better sense of structure, that they can, like, transfer shops over and keep things consistent between them more than they have in the past. Especially if they're just going to go the route of, like, let's not be innovative and just have the Switch be, like, a normal console for the most part. I know it's not entirely normal, but it's mostly just a normal console compared to, like, say, hey, let's have a gamepad. Or a 3D screen or something, or two screens or something. It's a lot more easy to, like, have games be compatible between, you know, backwards compatibility between this and the next Switch, but I agree, it is kind of, like, worrisome of what happens next if you know, lose your library of games and such. I guess for me, it's not a big deal because it's like, you know, I don't know, I'm not gonna live forever. I guess I'm not that worried about it, because I can't imagine, like, 10 years down the line, I'll be like, oh my god, I'm so sad I can't play Dr. Mario on the NES again. Granted, I say that, but it's not like I wasn't like that with some of my old games for the SNES, so who knows. This is UFO. How do I get... Okay, I have to... Right. I have to suck up the stuff and then shock them. Okay. Do I even need... I don't even have enough gems. I don't need that. To be fair, Mr. Mario, so far there hasn't been a lot more coming of age thus far, but I'm sure as we get... Because the whole idea is that you're going and exploring and stuff. So I'm sure we're going to get more coming of ages as the game progresses, but... Yeah, see, look how many gems you lose if you get hit. So it's definitely... The idea that this game is just easy and that you can't screw up, I think is just not true. You can get hit, you just can't die. My original one, maybe later, not right now. I think the thing when it comes to slowly adding the games, because everyone complains about the grip feed, and personally I just don't get it, but because I guess here's my thing, there's so many games out right now. I'm totally fine with games coming at a slower feed, because if you just have everything at once, then you're not gonna play. You're not gonna play anything new. You're just gonna play what you already expected to play for the most part. But beyond that, it's not like there isn't development costs or development needed for putting a game on the Switch. It's not like the coding is different, I'm assuming, between the Switch and the Wii U. It's not as simple like as just, oh, click A and it's here. Like click the port button and it's done. On top of the fact they're adding in the online stuff like that, and I'm not even gonna pretend to know how that all gets coded, because I'm not a game producer. And so I'm sure they, whether it's because of money reasons for wanting to not like put so much cost into doing that like all at once, or for anything else, I get why it doesn't come out all at once necessarily. Now, if they had the same system for Switch 2, then you can't really use that excuse per se. But right, because the whole thing here is you have to design. Yeah, there's a whole mini game to this where you're designing apartments for other people. We'll do this because we already have them. I believe it's how you open the levels, basically. Hey, you got any rooms? Whoa, flowers everywhere. I love this place. You did it, Lord Kirby. I don't know who this is. These are like Super Paper Mario type characters. Like they have whatever those guys are called, energy, I would say. All right, all these guys have mini games. Right. We'll show this off real quick. This game's cute. Like, this is a cute game. Right, so you go into this and now you have to, it's hide and seek. Or should we say hide and seek? Damn it. I said it and I looked over and I'm like, I guess I was too late, but... The pixels, right, that's what they are. To be fair, this minigame is mostly just, like, the same thing, but look for the characters as you go. I think some of them are, like, potentially a little harder or more interesting. I think it's a cool thing that adds extra replay value to this. Where is the last seek? I don't think he's that way. There he is. Found all of your friends. Are they my friends? Yeah, I don't... Right, this game got a 3DS port, by the way, if you remember that. I don't think it added... It's called Epic... Extra Epic Yarn, but what did it actually add? You found all of us. Just... that's just amazing. Alright, and then he gives you... wallpaper. This game is basically just Animal Crossing. I mean, not really, but also yes. Happy Home Designer. I'd like to add a floor to the building, but I don't have enough beads. Okay, right. We need to get money. It added extra. It did add touchscreen support. How much is that? I don't know what that would actually have to do for this, though. Copy wait, it adds copy abilities? That's boring. How does it add copy abilities? Also, adding a mode where you can die to me seems like it's missing the point of this game. Personally. Okay, so I gotta take this patch. I can't even get up there, though. Oh, from this here. I need to wake up the owl. Come on, water fountain. Wait, the patch isn't there, though. Oh. Oh, it's just automatic, then? I don't like that they home. I want to solve the puzzle. This music's great, though, by the way. I mean, you can explain. I'm not gonna play Extra Epic Yarn. I have this game. Why would I buy the 3DS version? Rainbow. Would you let me through? Point demoish mode, maybe the puzzle doesn't auto-solve. I mean, it's not really a puzzle, I just thought it was. This game is so adorable. Knitting needles Kirby, which makes every animal turn into bigger balls. Well, that's not really abilities, that's just... It's like amiibo powers for the most part. Outdoor bath. I don't need to redo the level, Summer. I'm not going for 100%. Maybe if you play Deluxe mode, you have to buy fast food and disguise it as your own cooking. Spin attack, jump, spin border. Hi! Levels like these are like, I remember being, like the Dune Buggy level, I remember being really hard for 100%. If you don't full clear, no hit, cause captains, you're lost to me. Look, we're playing it for fun. Can't we play games for fun? Is that not a thing that gamers do anymore? Alright, Bean Kirby. I wish Goodfeel, like... I don't know, I wonder what they're making next, but... Like, okay, their first game was honestly, they made some of the best looking games on Wii. They made Wario Land Shake It. Unfortunately, a game that just nobody wanted to buy, apparently. But is absolutely gorgeous. It's got great frame-by-frame animation. Fantastic game. Probably one of the best Wario Land games. But just, unfortunately, I don't think it sold well at all. And probably was not worth the cost. But luckily, then I think they did well with this game. But sadly, because they did well with this game, it seems like now they're just like, okay, every game we make has to be yarn-based. Which I'm like, look, yarn's great. There's nothing wrong with yarn. It's epic. But still, it'd be great to have other art styles besides yarn. And I don't know why they made... I don't get why Crafter World exists. I know... I'll give them credit. At least Crafter World is doing something different. And I haven't played it, so for all I know, it's like one of the best games of all time. I played the demo and I thought it was just fine. So I just, you know, I didn't get it. Maybe I would enjoy it, but... Again, I thought it was just fine. Not bad, just not anything that would blow my mind. And Woolly World, I thought, strayed too close to just being Yoshi's Island again, which we've already had too often. Plus, I think the changes to that game just made it too frustrating, honestly. That's a game that you should definitely not play for 100%. Also, you know what other game you shouldn't play for 100%? Any Yoshi game. Just all of them. Except maybe Yoshi's Story. No, let me leave! Let me leave! I don't know what Sakani did, but I don't like this. He's very big. Nintendo was in love with making 2D platformers during 3DS. I am surprised. Well, to be fair, I don't know why Wario stopped. Honestly. I'm just reading back a bit. Because, like... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if, like, maybe... Master of Disguise maybe killed the enthusiasm a bit, but, like... I don't know. I wish I liked Master of Disguise more than I did. I just think the game is one of the few touch control games I think is just not good. In any way. The animations in this are amazing also. I think they could add more because the art style is a lot more simplistic because it's just yarn. They could add a lot more detail to the animations, which is always really cute. So sometimes less is more. I just thought the controls were bad. Specifically, I was able to get to everything but the last level, and that last level was absolute hell because it's required, and you had to switch powers like really, really fast, and I just was not able to do it. Oh, hey, look, we got pants. I wasn't trying to. I was trying to make my way up. When did Wall-E become so popular with people? Was it this game, or like what was the game that made him popular? Because it wasn't Superstar, even though he is an individual one. Is it because of the anime? Like, I'm curious as to what made people love Wall-E. I feel like it was before that, though, but maybe not. I feel like I also asked this question before, but... Alright, boss time. Fangora! So how do you unlock the extra levels? Are they at, like, do you have to come back here, I think? I mean, I'm not, if I do any extra levels, I'm gonna do it after, I guess, but... Good music, by the way. And look, it's not Wispy Woods. Oh, I think he is in this game. How many games is Wispy Woods not in? Or a Wispy XP, also. Like, yes... Amazing Mirror doesn't have Wispy Woods, but it has a version of Wispy Woods in that it has King Golem, which is basically just Wispy if he was made of rock. See the thing on top of the beat string? What do you mean? During the boss? Specifically during the boss? Wispy Woods is not in Mega Man 4, you're right. No, I did ask. I asked out of curiosity, but I'm not going for 100%, so I'm not that worried about it. Welcome to the Hydra, Sakani. Did I say sneaky again?
We did it. We got the magic yarn. The magic yarn shimmered and spiraled and swirled.
It ends in a lie, kinda.
The yarn weaved its way into the fabric of the kingdom and stitched two pieces of patch land together. Grumble, grumble. Kirby's tummy was growling, so he went searching for food. Too bad there aren't any tomatoes up here, he thought.
It's a tree,
Suddenly,
Kirby.
The tree started rocking back and forth. Kirby thought it was an earthquake until he saw Prince Fluff shaking the tree. This is how we get food in Patchland. Kirby tried to hang on for as long as he could. which wasn't very long at all. Look at all that, Fluff cried. Kirby was so angry that he ran after Fluff. He chased him for so darn long.
Is it just Layton in the U version? I don't want to expand apartments. Okay, yeah, so you have to get like all the beads on the boss to get the extra levels, and it looks like there's like what, 2 per each world, I think. But we're not gonna do that right now, regardless. We're moving right on to Hotland. Guess what the theme of this world is? You did. You missed Angora. Dinosaurs. Dinosaurs aren't hot. And no, don't say, well. Depends on what artist you follow. Look, the internet was a mistake. I guess here's my question to you guys, out of curiosity, for different fans, because I've been talking about the whole, and it'll be interesting when we get to Return to Dreamland. But again, this was at the time where Kirby was being very experimental, and for a lot of people, this was their first Kirby game. And oh, we got one of the
Feels Like Pants originates from the opening cutscene in the Nintendo Wii game, Kirby's Epic Yarn, during which Kirby gets sucked into the mysterious Patchland by the evil sorcerer Yin Yarn. As soon as he enters, he muses about how the grass mysteriously feels like pants.
He did. Thank you, Q, for the bits. We did hear one of the new alerts. Hopefully you guys like it. It's also an in-joke. I figured it'd make more sense to make more of the alerts in-jokes. Anyway, my question was going to be, so I think what the thing was, Return to Dreamland was more of a return to form, and with the, like, there was a lot of games where Kirby wasn't having copy abilities, right? And I guess my question to you is, A, do you think Kirby has to have copy abilities to be Kirby? A. And B, do you think that that Kirby is best when he's traditional or when he's experimental? And by experimental, I mean like stuff like Mass Attack, this game, arguably, Epic Yarn. Okay, I thought that was like a secret, but see, that's what happens if you die. You just get rescued by an angel. Canvas Curse, Rainbow Curse, those are experimental ones. It is Larry. That's the joke. You might be able to guess what the other variations are of that alert, by the way. You'll have to donate bits to find out what they all are, though. It was 50, 100, 200, 300, and 400. Can we stop with the tornadoes? You like traditional more? I guess what I was curious about is if this is people's first Kirby game, in your minds, wouldn't this be traditional Kirby, you know? Similar to how, like, I feel like people who played Star Fox Adventures first probably don't really care about the shooting Star Fox games as much, maybe. Dune Buggy Kirby. It's a race! That quote will never leave my mind, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel like that movie is very early 2000s, but I am curious as to how many people actually know, like, watched that movie. Or if you even know what I'm talking about. Do you? Well, I guess the question is, do you prefer Nuts and Bolts or do you prefer original Banjo? I don't need the CD. Too many main game Kirbys in a row can get stale. X Star Allies. I guess I can get that if people like regular Kirby more. I think the problem is, and that's the thing, right? Kirby's best when he has a balance. Because I think experimental Kirby is great. And I personally prefer it. But I'll give... It is better to have... I think the reason why like Star Allies fell so flat is that there was basically regular Kirby over and over and over and over again. I guess here's the other question is, do we consider Kirby and the Forgotten Land experimental or regular, I wonder? This is a weird mix between regular and for experimental, I would say, probably, Sakani. But I think people lumped it in with experimental. I think Star Allies also fell flat because, in my opinion, because it tried to have the multiplayer be its main gimmick, but it wasn't a new thing for Kirby at that point. Yeah, that was kind of a weird thing, you know, when you think about it, right? Because, like, New Super Mario Bros. Wii was a big deal when that first came out, because it was like, oh, we have all these 4 players, that's what the big deal is, that you can play multiplayer simultaneously, and it was, like, cool. And then Kirby's like, hey, we're also doing this with Return to Dreamland. Like, it was like, okay, that's cool, I guess. But then Star Allies is like, hey guys, we're doing multiplayer again. And at that point it was like, okay, yeah, but why? Like it's its main gimmick. Like it's in the name. The whole point of it is the allies. I guess that's why I haven't played it, but I guess I get why Robobot would be the most interesting, because Robobot's the only recent Kirby game that has like its own identity. Its identity is robots, whereas any Kirby game before that was basically, or the other Kirby games, well, Triple Deluxe was like, what even is Triple Deluxe's gimmick? Like, does the Triple Deluxe part have anything to do with it at all? Like, does it have a meaning beyond just being a name? I'm asking because I legit don't know, because I never played Triple Deluxe. Okay, is that it? Is it just a making fun of the fact that it's 3D? Is that the only reason? If so, that's kind of funny, but yeah, but I feel like the foreground background, I guess that's new to Kirby, but I feel like that wasn't a new gimmick for like games in general. Though I guess again, multiplayer wasn't really either. Hey, look, it's Blarg. It's also a subtle reference to diners and drive-ins and dives. Is it? Stone lamp. Diners and dungeons and dragons and drive-ins and dives will never not be funny to me. Hypernova is the... Yeah, but Hypernova is also just like... Isn't that no different than the big powers in Return to Dreamland? Like, I feel like when you get to okay, when you look at every Kirby game, there's always like something that's the main thing. Dreamland's thing is the first Kirby game. Adventure, I guess, is just that it had the copy abilities, because that was the first one, right? Dreamland 2 had the animal buddies. Dreamland 3 had making friends with like all the gimmicks. I would argue Dreamland 3 is probably the one that has the least identity of the early games. Superstar was that it was like 50 games in one. 64 was the mix and like carrying enemies and mix and match. The mix and match powers. Tilt and Tumble was that you could play it on your GameCube by tilting your GameCube. I'm not gonna go into all the Kirby spin-offs. Amazing Mirror was that it was a not Metroidvania. I guess Squeak Squad's weird because I guess it's the Squeaks, but it's also like the mix and match belly. But yeah, it's just also taking that from 64. Just why I guess also it doesn't really have an identity in my mind as well. Epic Yarn is that it's epic. Kirby's Mass Attack is that Kirby is Pikmin. Kirby, and then okay, so then Return to Dreamland's big thing is that it has multiple powers, or bigger powers, which I think is just, I don't know, it just felt like the most hollow of up until that point. I guess you could argue it's not that different from 64, but like being that far into the series, for Return to Dreamland to be like, our ability is that you can have multiplayer and also Kirby has a big sword, just felt kind of bleh. Though I guess the real big draw is actually you can play as Waluigi, to be fair. And then Triple Deluxe is just, it's in 3D, I guess. Robobot is the Robos. Star Allies is, again, friends. So you can see my point, is I feel like the latest Kirby games just feel like they have less identity than some of the older ones, maybe. That's what the GameCube handle is for. That's how Odin did a Let's Play of that game, and that's how you have to record it. That's the only way, because you can't really, I don't think there's any way you can emulate it well. Like, the only way to really record it, at least with original software, is via tilting your GameCube, which is really funny. And also definitely playable, but like... Can we stop killing Kirby? I can't go! There we go. Straight bulk tie with your GameCube outside. Do you know there's 2 Boktai? There's a sequel to that game. Did you know that? I'll give you that Robobot probably has more than I'm giving credit for. And honestly, I'm not going to crap on Robobot, because I have not played it. All I know is I saw Triple Deluxe, was like, this looks like Return to Dreamland, but not as good. And Return to Dreamland was mostly just okay as it was. And just kind of was like, I might be done with Kirby. And while Robobot seemed more interesting, it didn't really seem like it was enough for me to want to buy it. So, while I'm sure it's good, it felt like it was still pandering to nostalgia more than anything else, which maybe it doesn't. Maybe, I'll trust people who've played it. Everyone enjoys it a lot, so I trust that people like it for a reason. But I don't think, like, me skipping it was, like, I think it made sense why I skipped it. And at this point, it seems like it's too late to go back and play it, honestly. Boktai. People said that it's the best standard Kirby game, which fair. I feel like Superstar also tends to be people's favorite standard Kirby game. And that's a weird game, right? Because I feel like that game is kind of boring, but it's not. Like, I want to say Superstar is boring. There's a part of me that wants to be like, it's a boring Kirby game. But then I think about it, and I'm like, yeah, but it's still, I don't know. There's nothing wrong with being boring, really, or being safe. And I guess Superstar also is safe back before safe was a thing, I guess, for Kirby. So it's like, it's only safe in retrospect, I guess. Can I not get up there? Probably can if I probably can if I use the car. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no, Great Cave Offensive. That's the thing is, Amazing Mirror kind of tries to go back to the Great Cave Offensive, but as a full game. I don't feel like it hits that note quite enough to be that far. Like, I think it like tries to emulate Great Cave Offensive, but doesn't quite get to that level. But I still think, yeah, Great Cave Offensive I always thought was really cool. I'm trying to think when I first played Superstar, honestly. It might have been. Was it on the 3DS, or did I don't think... I may have rented it. I probably did rent it, actually, at some point as a kid. I don't think... You know what? I think that the first time I actually played it was before I got on the 3DS, because I had that stupid cracked cartridge I found that I pawned off. I sold to SM. That, like, literally has just a chunk of the cartridge, like, in the middle is ripped out. Because it was, like, I found it at, like, a yard sale or something. It still worked sometimes, but I think that was when I was like doing my. I got a new SNES and was buying a lot of classic games I never played before. So I think that's before. I think I played it before it came into VC, and then I think I bought the 3DS one specifically because. And I don't know if this is true. I'm trying to remember. But I do think I did get the 3DS one, not because, oh, it's a remake or it has new stuff. It was because, well, I want a version of the game that doesn't have a chunk ripped out of it. That'd be nice. Like, the front of the cartridge was dented to the point that, like, you could see inside the cartridge. I don't know how else to describe it beyond that. Well, it does feel like both Triple Deluxe and Robobot have a lot of callbacks. And I'll also admit, I think that aspect turned me off a bit. Not that I'm like... There's nothing wrong with callbacks or stuff like that. That's fun. But I do think I kind of got a little exhausted of the era. I feel like late Wii era into, like, even now, Nintendo's like, you know what? How we can make money? Just keep referencing old shit. And, like, in the Wii days, it was kind of cool because it was like, wow, this stuff we hadn't seen for a while. Oh, we get a callback. That's cool. I think the longer I went on, it kind of came across as just like, okay, can we, how did that count as a death? As it went on, it just feels like pandering, and I don't know, it just makes me feel dirty whenever that happens. Like, nostalgic callbacks is only works if it's like once in a while, like, oh wow, that's cool. Not like, oh, there's Charging Chuck again. We remember him because he's in everything now. Nostalgia does sell. I mean, I'm not gonna say they're wrong in doing that because it makes sense from a business standpoint. It doesn't make it any more annoying though. I guess my thing is when you rely on only nostalgia and that's all you rely on, it like weakens the nostalgia overall. Like, I think nostalgia is a fine thing to use. I don't think there's anything wrong with having nostalgic callbacks, but I don't think you should overuse it. Is more what I'm saying. I think it's bad for everyone when it gets overused, because it's bad for people who like nostalgia because now it's just like too much, and it's bad for people who don't like nostalgia because they don't like nostalgia. Plus, here's the thing you gotta keep in mind: nostalgia only sells to people who have nostalgia for the thing. So for anyone else, it's kind of like when you think about. You know how a lot of things can do humor that is just like reference humor. And don't get me wrong, reference humor is funny. I do reference humor all the time. It can be very funny. The ideal way to do a reference joke is in a way that the thing is still funny even if people don't get the reference. Because if you don't get the reference and the whole point of the joke is just, hey, remember this thing from this thing. That's it. There's nothing else to it beyond just remember this. Then anyone who doesn't remember it is going to be like, okay, what? They're not going to find any humor in that. Whereas there is a way to make the joke or scene funny even if you don't get the reference. And if you do get the reference, there's an extra layer to it, right? So I think it's the same kind of thing with nostalgia, right? You also, it's not even just enough to like not overdo it, but I do think you kind of have to keep in mind that you don't want to like do it in a way that alienates people who aren't into the nostalgia. Which, to be fair, it's a little bit harder to do that with nostalgia versus joke, but you know, I still think it can happen. Is more my point. Hang on, I'm gonna read back. I've been busy playing in the fluff. I'll read back chat in a second. I actually think this game looks better than Yoshi's Woolly World. I think that game goes a little bit too extra with this. I know it looks better technically, but I think this game just is prettier in its simplicity for the yarn style, honestly. Like looking at this section and being like, wow, this is really cute looking. Frogmere. Wii era taught Nintendo they can just sell nostalgia forever. Pretty much. It definitely started in the Wii era for sure. Yo, guys, remember Charizard? I mean, you're right. Charizard is like the best example for that. Family Guy is it? Probably. Family Guy is funnier when you just don't watch Family Guy. You had to go to work? Are you still at work? Oh wait, do you mean for Arceus? Right, because you draw. I had that happen for Porygon at one point. I'm not Zeke. I'm busy, Zeke. I'm saving the world, Zeke. We're roasting meat, Zeke. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. Hopefully I'm not like, I'm just kind of chill discussing. And if you guys disagree with me, feel free. Like already people have been like, no, actually, Mega, I think Epic Yarn, or I think not Epic Yarn. I think Robobot's really good. Like, you know. I don't want to alienate any new viewers and be like, wow, this guy just is so like, I am opinionated, but you know, I first off, everyone has different opinions. It's cool. I just like discussing things and getting a better sense of what I like and what I don't like. Every time I open a PSA 10 base set Charizard. Surprisingly, I have not gotten a Charizard yet in any of my pack openings. I did get Grimsley though. does that count as nostalgia? I guess apparently, because he's popular enough to warrant him coming back a bunch. Oh, we're making Family Guy jokes. I read that as a typo for boys. I don't know what I was. Boas. Go Kirby! Go Kirby! Go Kirby! Go Kirby! This shouldn't be working. Who needs platforming? That is a question. How long does it have to be nostalgia. I would say at least... I don't know. I think the thing is, too... Like, is nostalgia only considered for retro games? Like, would Wii era be considered nostalgia at this point? No! Go Kirby! Go Kirby! Go Kirby! Go Kirby! I could go back, but why go back? I'm not gonna get those. So it made me feel old. The Wii is like 15 years old, isn't it? It's weird though, because people only consider nostalgia for... Okay, screw it. We're just gonna go back to the beginning. They only consider it nostalgia for like, old stuff. They don't consider it nostalgia for like I feel like maybe GameCube, but though I guess here's the thing is a lot of like I guess like I'm thinking like Mario, right? What would Mario even have for nostalgia for recent games that would make people nostalgic? Because New Super Mario Bros. Has nothing of any sort of like identity that would make you nostalgic for it. And also, it just keeps releasing newer games from the series, so it's not like you could make a reference to that game as nostalgia, I feel like. Compared to, like, say, hey, remember this enemy, remember Boom Boom? But you can't really do that for New Super Mario Bros. Because what is, like, who's gonna be like, I'm nostalgic for random crow enemy? I guess Galaxy, yeah. You think GameCube nostalgia is definitely a thing? Yeah, I would agree with that. I just don't like the GameCube, so I probably don't see it. That Pokemon just occasionally sneaks in a redesigned character now. It's very funny. I saw an animation of Three Houses before I played the game and didn't get the reference, but now I played it and I laughed. I mean, that's the thing. References are fine. I think references are really great, but you just shouldn't make that your whole joke. It's the only thing. Remember classic nostalgic enemy, Scriptless Fingor? That's not real. I don't believe this. I guess Galaxy would be the most nostalgic, though, I guess. Or just, I guess, Paper Mario in general right now. Because people are on a kick for, like, we need to play the older Paper Marios. But, like, also, here's the thing when it comes to nostalgia for those games, too, especially GameCube era, is when you're asking for re-releases of games. Like, right, you could argue, like, maybe people are nostalgic for 3D World, but when the game is on the Switch, you can't really be nostalgic for a game that just exists, right? Like, I guess the thing is, when we re-release all these old games, how useful is nostalgia if you're just re-releasing the old games on the system, I feel like, to some extent. I mean, I guess still pretty useful, but... It also just was a funny-looking design. Is that an actual game? Gaming nostalgia is strong enough that multiple people on Twitter think Wind Waker should come to Switch. Yeah, but that's not GameCube nostalgia. That's people being dumb. With being, like, remake, like, wanting everything on the Switch. Because you know what game is also on the Wii U? Wind Waker. We don't need another Wind Waker remake. And then don't say, oh, no one bought the Wii U. This is true, but still. But no, I'm not gonna say there isn't GameCube nostalgia. There is. I mean, I think the price of old games have been kind of screwed up as it is, but like, I think back a little bit ago when I was buying old retro games, that's when like N64 prices were high, and at this point it's the GameCube games that are the highest. Pretty soon we'll see Wii games, or they already probably have gone up, but we'll see Wii U games going up, maybe. Will people be nostalgic for the Wii U? It's kind of weird when you think about it, because people like to talk about how, like, in their mind, generation should be every 5 years, but it's interesting when you think about it, because, like, 2010 was pretty much just one system for every company, kinda. Nintendo technically had two, but, like, the PS4 and and Xbox One X, or no, wait, yes, no, yes. They were just the only system for that whole 10 years. And Switch is going to go into the next decade. Like, when will people be nostalgic for Wii U? Like, right now, like, it's almost going to be 10 years since the Wii U came out, and it's the last system. We need a Wind Waker 2 with it. It's called Phantom Hourglass. Hey, chicken wings. Some Wii games are already pricey. Yeah, I could buy that. Alright, no problem, Summer. There's nothing wrong with people wanting Wind Waker on Switch necessarily. The whole idea that every game should be on Switch to me. Also, that poor Waddle Dee, by the way. I don't know, it just got exhausting is my thing. I'm surprised I made that. Oh, come on, that's not fair. Oh, come on, that probably is fair. No, the game is cheating me. No, stop! Die! Oh, okay, we're good. Phantom Hourglass doesn't have the same scope of Breath of the Wild, but it does have a better scope than Wind Waker, I'd argue. Personally.
We did it! We got the magic yarn! The magic yarn shimmered and spiraled and swirled high into the sky.
Okay, that's 2 worlds done in 1 hour, basically. Give or take. Cake Land.
The yarn weaved its way into the fabric of the kingdom and stitched 2 pieces of patch land together. Meanwhile, back in Dreamland, the Waddle Dees were very busy inside Castle DDD. Let's go. Hop, hop, no slacking off, barked King DDD. Just then, the king noticed that one of his Waddle Dees looked a little... strange. That Waddle Dee was actually one of Yin Yarn's creations.
Shocker. Shock.
Soon Dreamland will be wrapped around my knitting needles, Yin Yarn cackled. What sort of plan was he stringing together?
I mean, he's probably trying to make everything in the yard. Shocking, isn't it? Treat Land. Look, no, it's Cake Land. Okay, well, we do have this to unlock a level. We could technically do this, but regardless of whether I do or not, I do need to take a quick break here. So we'll take a 2-minute break, guys, and when we get back, more Kirby's Epic Yarn. Get your questions ready. We gotta have another discussion topic. Alright, be right back, guys. 2 minutes or so. Okay, we should be back. Alright. Yeah, let's just keep moving on to the next level, I think. Well, you know what? We'll do this extra level real quick. It should be a quest you have to do, talk to a warden. That should pop up after you get the credits. If you're talking to a warden, then yes. I don't know why it's called Daybreak, because it is, but it also, like, I don't know why it's given a name. It was given a name in the, like, preview for, during the Pokemon Day announcement, but... Have I talked about Pokemon announcement, right? Yeah, we talked about it in that game, too. What recent Nintendo stuff have I not talked about? Like, is there anything you guys want me to talk about as far as recent developments are concerned? I'm trying to think. Again, I was saying there's not really many games coming out like recently that I'm caring about. Except for Kirby. Until like June. June is gonna be like June, as of right now, has Fire Emblem Three Hopes and or Fire Emblem Warriors Three Hopes, and which I do actually care about, and AI Somnium, which I think is my most hyped game. Well, which is saying a lot considering how many good games are coming out this year, but might be my most hyped game for 2022. And on top of that, we don't know what else is going to come out because E3 is then, so there could be a lot more for all we know. I do not like Mario Kart. My feelings on Mario Kart, if I did not say, I definitely said this in the call that we did when it was announced. I didn't buy Mario Kart 8 because or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe because I own it on Wii U. So I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna buy it. I already bought it on Wii U. I'll buy because I passed on Smash and bought Mario Kart 8 Deluxe or 8 regular, right? And then for Wii, I'm like, okay, I'll buy Smash Ultimate because I passed on it, but I'll pass on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and maybe, I like playing Mario Kart casually with friends. It's fun, but I'm like, I'll wait until the next game came out. So for them to be like, oh, here is DLC for a game that is literally almost 10 years old at this point. Maybe no, I think it is about 10 years old at this point. It kind of sucks. It kind of big sucks, honestly. On top of the fact that it's intertwined with the Nintendo. Like, here's the dumb thing too. It's intertwined in the expansion pass, but you don't need it because all the courses are going to be available whether you own it or not. They've already confirmed that this is the case. So really, there's another reason not to buy the online pass because their bonus is confusing on whether you should actually purchase it. And then furthermore, it's still again an older game. Like, I wish you could. I get why it wouldn't make any sense for them to do that, but I wish you could just buy it separate. But I know that wouldn't make any sense, and would cause more problems than it would solve. So. The thing with I'm looking at the chat real quick. Because it's an auto scroller, I kind of have to focus. The thing with Triangle Strategy is I am interested in it, but it's not a game that I'm guaranteed to like, and I have heard mixed feelings on it right now so far. But furthermore, Octopath Traveler is on Game Pass, and Square has a pretty big history of just putting all their games on Game Pass at one point. So I'm figuring it makes more sense for me to wait until Game Pass comes out with it, because it probably will be on there at some point. Imagine if Nintendo had a service where you could load a game in and you bought on the Wii U, and it would give you a discount for those games on Switch. I wish. That's what they should. I agree they should do that. I'm against sometimes with like people saying, "Oh, well, the game shouldn't be this expensive" and stuff like that. But at the same time, you know, that's what they did with like Wii Virtual Consoles, right? If you bought it on the Wii for Virtual Console games, and you wanted to upgrade to the Wii U, so you had the ability to play on the gamepad and all that, all you had to do was, pay a small little extra to play it on Wii U. But you didn't have to pay the full price to get out of Wii U again, which I thought was nice. Now, people would make the argument of you should just not have to pay anything, which, whatever. But, like, I'll take a discount over nothing. We'll do this one real quick. To see the man's brother? What man? I'm reading back to make sure I didn't miss anything. The other game I want this month, the 30th Anniversary Collection, no, I don't think there's a... I don't know. I could be wrong, but I don't think they're going to make a 30th Anniversary Collection. Oh, Dom Wool. No, we're fine. Here's the thing with the other game I want this year. This isn't too... Is the music too loud? Because this level seems extra loud. I want to get Tunic, which is basically Fox... Like, look up Tunic, and you'll be like, that's just Fox Zelda, because it is. But, again, I think it's going to come to Game Pass, but that's coming out this month, like, literally right after my birthday, so... Which, again, I did announce, we're going to have a special for my birthday, if my mods want to do shoutouts again. Special guest was Slim, Kirby, Madame Wario, and Odie's back on the 14th at 8 p.m. Eastern, and that's going to be pretty fun. It's going to be a Super Mario Party Superstars Peach's Birthday Cake 30-turn match, or game, so you don't want to miss out on that. And before that, on Sunday, we're doing Final Fantasy Name That Game Tune at 8 p.m. as well. So, and then of course more Kirby next week, which will probably be this and Return to Dreamland. Yeah, this level is not long. I do like the race levels. I did miss the secret stuff, but. But I guess, yeah, I think I've asked this question before, but what is the most hyped game that we know of right now for this year for you guys? Because for me, it's definitely probably AI Somnium Files, but I'm also excited for Splatoon 3, I'm also excited for Mario Rabbids, I'm also excited for Breath of the Wild 2, I'm also excited for Pokemon Violet, I'm also excited, like, there's just so much! Live a Live stream is happening. That is going to happen for sure. Like, we're definitely doing some Live a Live. Live a Live. Live a Live. I'm getting a little tired here. Toyland. Does the music need to go down, guys, or does it sound good? Are you gonna get the remake, Pawn? I guess, like, again, that's a remake that you can't really, I have no qualms with, right? Because the game never came out. I am curious as if the art style is gonna be, like, if you don't like that art style, if you'll like it or not, if people will like that, because it's very different from the original game. But I feel like looking at screenshots of the original game, it's not like the game was like, it's not like its reason it was well known was because it looked amazing. Like, it looks fine, but I think it stands out more so for what it's doing gameplay-wise more than anything else. So I feel like that probably is fine. My only thing is like, and I guess, I don't know, maybe this is just how I am, and obviously you know my stance on remakes. It's interesting when I see people who they've, because you have played Live Alive before, right, Pawn? It is interesting, and I guess either that speaks more about what else is coming out that you're excited for than anything else, but it is interesting to me when people are like, I'm really excited for this remake. It's like, I don't know, if it's a game I played before, I have a hard time getting excited, and I am curious as to, like, you know, when people say, oh, I'm really excited for this remake, I'm like, you know, that's cool, I respect that, but it's also like, yeah, but why are you more excited for a remake than a new game, you know? Is that, I guess it speaks more for the games that aren't really exciting you, probably, but still. Live Alive is well-ish known. The people who made it went on to make, like, I'm pretty sure the people who made Live Alive went on to make, like, stuff like Moon, and then they went into companies like, they made Tingle and Chibi Robo. I'm pretty sure, I think that's, we discovered that, right? The people who worked on Live Alive, that team in Square made their own team that went on to make Moon, and then that team went on to split up into 3 different companies, and one of them made Chibi Robo. So if you want Chibi Robo to come back, support Live Alive. Not actually, but... Tin Robot. They can say I'm smart and cool and have good taste. I'm not excited for myself. I mean, I guess that's true, right? I guess that's the thing is, like, when we talk about, because I'm thinking, like, the Advance Wars remake even. I guess the thing with people isn't even so much that they're excited to play the game. They're just excited that Advance Wars is coming back, which I get. I just wish it didn't have the caveat of, kind of. Of Advance Wars is coming back, kind of. Like, it is coming back, it's just not... And it probably will eventually be new, sure. I also hate that we have this mentality that it's just normal for companies to be like, no, you have to be held at gunpoint for new games that you want to come out. Buy this game you don't really want, so you can get the game that you do want. Because I'm sure everyone who, like, would be like, yeah, I would want a new Advance Wars over an old Advance Wars, right? I assume everyone would have that mentality. But, you know, I get that you kind of take what you can get. I know, Ziplash. The most notorious, buy this thing or Chibi Robo is dead. And guess what? He died. Chibi Robo is no more. He's an ex-Chibi. It was presented as like, they're like, hey, check out all these different eras. The Old West, the Monk, the Robot in the Future, and stuff. And pretty much it was that. Wait, does Chrono Trigger have the Jesus stuff, or do you mean the 3 Wise Men? I guess Chrono is... I guess you could argue that Chrono is an XB for... XB is the right word, right? He's basically... Jesus. Why is that bear crying? Can I stop him from crying? I don't know how to get up there. Oh, here you go. Oh, his foot's hurt. Okay. Oh, he's happy now. He has a lollipop. There's 3 wise men, but there's a lot of religious stuff in Chrono Trigger. Yeah, I can get that. you have to point it at the TV? Why? All right, it's the Yoshi's. It's the Yoshi power-up. Hey, thank you, Angelic Guardian, for the follow. Not getting the new alert, which is weird. Because that's set to, like, very, frequent, but... Just get good at motion controls, Zany. I say as I run into that block for 5 hours. Arguably, this is not motion controls, it's arguably pointer controls, but... Kirby the Kiwi, basically. I should beat Ivy the Kiwi, maybe. That's not how physics work. This is basically Canvas Curse. Yeah, Kirby and drawing, like, go hand in hand. What was the point of getting all those little, like, toys? Did that do anything for me? How does the Wii layers work when you need a point? I assume it uses a mouse, probably. This game is your childhood. Do you know the trick for unlocking? If there's a trick, I don't know. I'm mostly just trying to get through, I mean, feel free to tell me what the trick is, but I don't know if I'm going to do every level necessarily, because we're doing a revisit to the Kirby series, so we're not really like going ultra fast, but like next week we're probably going to beat this and then also do Return to Dreamland next week as well on Tuesday. Just kind of getting through as many Kirby games as I can before the new one comes out. Is the trick not getting hit? The trick is getting the badges and the bosses. I mean, I knew that. There's like some like cheat code or something. It is cute, Pawn. I just didn't know if there was a reason. I like how this is called Treatland, and so far we've had no treats. We had toys, which are not edible. I guess mushrooms are edible, but it's not what I think of when I think of treats. In the first boss, you throw the fireballs back at him, and the second one, you grab the chickens. Well, yeah, you do that to get the gems. The big trick is not getting damaged, though. Oh, you're saying I need to whack them more to get more gems. Fair enough. I am really curious as to how, like, people are saying that Dome Kirby, or Mouth Kirby, or I don't know, Dome Mouth Kirby. They were saying that the mouth mode, kind of reminiscent to this game in terms of how you transform. I mean, again, I think it's more of Odyssey than anything else, but I can kind of see the whole idea of not having... You still have transformations, but that there's a whole other element that's beyond just, like, the copy abilities. Yeah, don't kill it right away. Keep fighting it for... Yeah. Don't call it... They called it Dome Mouth. I also don't get why that's bad, but I can kind of think of why it would be bad. I mean, also just mouthful mode in general is just it's kind of creepy, honestly. Like, a lot of people find it cute, and I'm like, I don't know, it's a little weird. Like, not from a gameplay standpoint, from like, Kirby, can you like chew your food, please standpoint. For the next one, get the rope multiple times, then break free and ring the bell. Okay. I mean, we'll try. If I happen to unlock the levels, I'll play them, but I'm not gonna like, you know, like I said, if I don't get it, I don't get it. We'll try our best, but after having struggling a bit with Kirby 64 and kind of with Amazing Mirror, I'm okay with having one of my Kirby games just be chill. Because people don't give this game credit. It's harder than you think it would be, again, at least for 100%. Like, it's not hard to beat it, for sure. Which I think is a fine thing. There's nothing wrong with making a game, like, beatable for everyone and making 100% be the challenge, per se. I think that's probably the way that games should go, honestly. I think I kind of agree a little bit, Pon, except for I'm curious as to how it works. Like, I think the idea of making it special, but I think, like, if you design the levels around it, like, I guess my thing is, when they showed off, elevator mouth, or whatever it was, like, fire ladder Kirby mouth, or whatever, that to me reads as, like, people were like, why would you ever use that? And I'm like, I hope they nerf flight, because my biggest complaint with Kirby is that I think they don't nerf flight enough. Too many Kirby games just let you use flight to the point that you can pretty much break the game, and arguably, like, this game doesn't have flight, and arguably it's the least Kirby game in that respect, not just because it doesn't have copy abilities, more so because it doesn't have flight, because I don't think there's any other Kirby games that don't have flight beyond games like, I guess Mass Attack also, and then obviously games like Tilt and Tumble and stuff like that. But I'm hoping that the new Kirby game also nerfs flight. If the idea of them having abilities that let you, like, elevate yourself, like, there'd be no reason for that unless they did nerf flight a lot. Mass Attack is so good. Again, I wish I would. Maybe I will do a playthrough of it at some point. Just, it didn't really make sense to try and fit that in for this one. I didn't play the demo, but I'm not playing the demo because I'm streaming it. I'm giving my speculation, guys. And if it's wrong, oh well. There's not much I can do about that, you know? I haven't played the demo, but it's not because I'm being ignorant. It's because content. Hey, Naron. Oh, okay. I read Mr. Mario's comment wrong. I read that as I read that as him telling me to be quiet, which, yeah, that's not what he was saying. So fair enough. Yeah, I respect not telling me about that. No. I got that now. I was just glancing over. I didn't see that part. Also, welcome back, Summer. We haven't got to the cake lane or cake world or cake level yet. We're in Mushy World. Some of the best levels are hidden behind the high score. I mean, I agree with you. I have played this game before, Angelic Guardian. So I don't disagree that some of the great levels behind the bosses. It's just a matter of, you know, like I said, if I don't, I'll try to show off as many as I can if I happen to beat them. But I don't. I'm not really too worried about it because the big draw of this is just showing off older Kirby games. So. We're not 100%ing everything. Don't listen to Summer and their lies. 1000% the game. No. Naran, do you like this game? Hey guys, look, it's... Oh, what am I describing for... yeah, I added a new redeem, by the way. What am I... Mushrooms. Okay, so my take on mushrooms is... Okay, this is not the song I was thinking it was. My take on mushrooms... I think mushrooms are one of those things that are, like, great for adding flavor to a food. Like when you make beef with mushrooms, like, it's very needed. I think, like, mushrooms on their own, I'm very... Like, I've seen people, like, put mushrooms as a part of, like, a veggie tray, which to me is really weird. But even cooked mushrooms, I'm not crazy about the texture, but I'll never, like, not eat mushrooms. Like, if mushrooms are in something, like a stew or something, it's not like I'm gonna be like, ew, mushrooms. Like, I'll eat them. I'm just not gonna be like, oh yeah, mushrooms. Like, mushrooms are good, they're very needed for certain foods, and I respect them for that, but I'm not gonna be like championing mushrooms as like my favorite vegetable by any means. But I think they're good. I think they're a good vegetable. Respectable. Mushroom Run is cute. This whole world is fun. Yeah, so the whole new redeem is... I was like, I need to get more redeems, and I probably will add more, but the point redeem is now I describe a food. Or I talk about my opinions on a food, basically. Cats are good. This chat loves cats. Oh no, what's Odin gonna do? Also, welcome back, Odin. I probably should tweak it, because there's probably a way I can make it so you can enter it there. Yeah, no, I just realized that. I added it last night. Just say in chat. It's not like I won't honor it. Just like any food you want me to say. Grapes? Grapes are good. Are we counting are raisins? Are we counting raisins as a separate thing from grapes? Because I've been eating a lot of raisins recently. Grapes are a good fruit. I don't know. I feel like they're not my favorite like snacky fruit. I think because they're too round, if that makes any sense. Like, they're almost too much to bite into, I guess. Like, they're more than I expect for, like, a small fruit like that. And, like, once you bite into them, they're kind of like, it's all or nothing from a texture standpoint. But as far as flavor is concerned, they're really good. And, obviously, they're very versatile. Because grape juice and all that. You can't really go wrong with grapes. Maybe just start with grapes before your hot takes. I don't have any hot takes on fruit, usually. Look, not everything I think is always, like, against the grain. I can just be like, yeah, grapes are good. I like raisins more than grapes, I think. Just because they're more convenient to eat. But, like, they both are good. I'm just, like, I wouldn't say I'm, again, crazy about grapes, but I enjoy a good grape. Grapes are good. You know what this is making me want? I want my Girl Scout cookies to come in. This level. Like, I've ordered 3 boxes for the first time in my life. I finally was able to get Girl Scout cookies because I have a niece through marriage now. Actually, soon to be another nephew. Coming up here soon. But, we have a niece by not my marriage, but my brother's marriage, obviously. Who is in the Girl Scouts, and I finally was able to order Girl Scouts. I had never ordered Girl Scout cookies before. Probably for good reason, honestly. I don't know if I want to go this way. Oh, this looks wrong. If I want to get that treasure chest, at least. Raisin Bran, I mean, I'm not big on cereal, but yeah, Raisin Bran is good. Again, I feel like my take on grapes and fruit in general is it's a much better snack than like anything else people tend to snack on, you know? Like grapes are a very good snacky fruit. I feel like they're not, I guess if I was to pick one fruit of that kind of genre of fruit, because yes, fruits have genres now, that would be good. My favorite for snacking on is blueberries, probably. I like a good blueberry. No, not no. My niece and I, like, okay, my brother married, and he had one of my brothers. Well, several brothers, but the one brother who married has a stepdaughter, basically, and then so she's in the Girl Scouts, and then on top of that, they're also having a son soon. That's just not. There's anything wrong with the other option, but. Just to clarify, that is what I meant. When you get the big bag full of holes that's got a pound of grapes, that's... Yeah, no, those are cool. Those are good. I need this treasure chest. I wish I could be better about making my go-to. I mean, to be fair, Odin, I'm not great about it. I will say the ones that have been good for me lately have been, celery has been a really good go-to snack, honestly. Like, I would say that's one of my easy, like, celery is, like, just a fun veggie snack. But trying to cut out, like, not that I have chips. I usually don't, like, eat chips or anything like that, honestly, but, I feel like that way I'm more full eating those kind of things. What is it? No hate chat. I know what I was supposed to do here, I just didn't do it. I think I'm screwed up at this point. Yeah. I love bananas, but yes, bananas go bad so fast is the one problem. No, I'm not getting 100%. I've never gotten 100% anyway. No, I didn't get married, Summer. If I was getting married, I would let you know. I'd make it a stream event, not really. I'm probably not going to get married ever, honestly. Just not my cup of tea. You know what I have been having lately is tea. I've been having, oh, what kind of tea is it? It's not... Is it... No, it's not dragon fruit. I don't remember what it... It's like a rich berry fruit tea or something. No, I'm not... There's no marriage! What kind of cat is it? Angelic. Well, yes, you can turn to bread, but then you're getting unhealthy at that point, Naran. But yes, my take on cakes is cakes. My take on grapes is grapes are good. Again, it's not my go-to munch fruit. That I guess that would be blueberries, but it's good. And again, I feel like you can make raisins out of them, which are nice. You can put a decently ripe banana in the fridge to keep them ripe a bit longer. I mean, I thought putting bananas in the fridge actually... Well, I guess if they're ripe, but I thought putting in the fridge actually makes them get brown sooner, doesn't it? Also, welcome back, Mom. Well, it wasn't dragon fruit, anyway. It was something else. I'm like, what's with now? Everyone is talking about. Apparently, food is the right topic. I should add more food conversation point redeems. Everyone loves food because food is so easy to talk about, and the thing is, like, it's one of those things that hey, look, it's Temple of Trouble. No one. Well, okay, this isn't true. That's not entirely true, but if you're like, oh, I like this food, no one's gonna really get on your case about it too much. Because, like, you need food to live by, right? Like, no one's, like, people might be like, I disagree, but I don't think I don't know, I feel like food discussion never gets too hostile. I feel like, but, maybe I'm wrong. No one's gonna lose friendship over arguing about hot wings, I would hope. Everyone does have something to say about food. This is 100% true, because everyone eats. I would hope. The music isn't too loud, right, guys? I'm just asking again, because it seemed like it was a little bit, but... I think it's mostly the sound effects than anything else. Seems good? Okay. Oh, you're watching it on the TV? Hey guys, I'm on television now. I can think of a topic that makes people mad, but I cannot say. I mean, we don't need to. We don't need to try to provoke people. I'm fine just chilling. This level's very good. Kirby Epic Yarn is just cute. It's just a cozy game. It's very cozy. I was saying it's not headphones. I like the idea that, I mean, you could put me on the TV. Watch me in the movie theater. Pond could actually do that. Don't do that to me. Don't have your friends come into the theater and be like, who's this weirdo on the movie screen? Why is he talking about grapes? Also, thank you for the welcome back. I hear you're married. No, what? No, that's not even. This did not happen. There's no trans grapes. That's not a thing. I used to hook up game consoles and projectors when I worked at the theater. We did that in our, not in the same level, but for the what we did is in college we had the computer lab, and there was a projector, or I think there was a projector screen that we would watch like Pokemon, the old Pokemon movies on while we were doing stuff. We would put on the projector screen, and then on top of that, I don't think we put games on the projector, but I think we did. Maybe we did, but I think we had a big screen TV. But we did go to the lab for Christmas. We did a gift exchange, and we went to the lab and played Mario Party 3 on a large screen, like the largest screen ever existing at the time. Maybe it was a projector, but because I think we were gonna play in the dorm, and we were like, well, we just went to the lab and did it, and so I brought my N64 to the lab. Mario Party's really great. We're doing, if we want to get the shout out command from mods, we're doing a Mario Party game for my birthday. My birthday's next week. I'm doing Mario Party Superstars, a 30-turn game on Peach's birthday cake. With Odin's actually going to be there along with Slim and Madam for guest stars, so it should be pretty fun. I did some Mario Party last year in the fall, kind of like in prep for Superstars. Kind of similar to what I'm doing with Kirby, honestly. I feel like I tell the story a lot, but we hooked up Halo 3 through LAN on 2 screens and played 4 versus 4. I feel like that's pretty cool. I love kind of stuff like that. My boss tried to get esports streams and game nights, but neither could happen. No, Kirby does not eat in this game, Naron. Kirby lost... Basically, so the story of this game is that Kirby tried to eat a tomato, and it was this evil yarn wizard's tomato. And the yarn wizard turned him into yarn, so he can't eat anything because it just goes through him. But he has the ability to turn into random stuff because of the tomato, I guess. But also Prince Fluff also has ability to do that because reasons. No problem, man. I should actually say, speaking, because this is going to happen before our stream, but if you like Mario, which I would think a lot of people here do, Mario Day is what, Thursday? Because what, today's the 8th? Yeah. So I think you're still planning on doing that, right, Odin? Doing a Mario Day stream? Because you'll definitely want... I never do things on Thursdays, so you definitely want to check that out. Yeah, he's two-dimensional, has no stomach. This music is very good. Pumpkin Wizard. Oh, you forgot about it? I mean, if you're not doing it, that's, you know... But I figured you were still doing... No, I know you have a lot going on, so... That's why I really appreciate that you're able to we're able to get that Mario Party game going. And I would have totally understood if you weren't able to, because you've got a lot on your plate right now. Good things, luckily. I was not paying attention to where he was. I'm gonna assume it's this one. I don't know how I got that. I should not deserve that. Well, you would think so, Pawn, but the game explicitly says that Kirby's like, maybe the tomato gave me this power. Which I think is full of crap, but... Yep, I got it. Or some of them, at least. I kind of think this boss is cute, though. It helps that you can't die in this game. It seems kind of random, but I'm not sure. Explode. We should be good. I just need to get one more damage on him. Does he just give up now? No! There we go. How are a magician and a slot machine related things? I think it's just, I think the only thing that would be related in my mind is that slot machines tend to be like in casinos, and casinos tend to have magicians as like you know, in Vegas, they have like opening acts and stuff, like performances. So I could see them being in a similar sphere of thought, potentially, but...
We did it.
There are more slot machines than... bosses than you'd think. I would think. I just can't think of it off the top of my head.
Swirled high into the sky. The yarn weaved its way
more
into
than
the
one
fabric of the kingdom and stitched two pieces of patch land together. Kirby and Fluff came upon a cake the size of a mountain. It was breathtaking. Kirby tried to contain
you like this
himself,
narrator,
but
Naran?
failed. He dove right in and started gobbling up the cake. I declare a cake-eating duel. And with that, Prince Fluff jumped into the cake as well. The two ate and ate and ate, but they didn't balance their eating very well.
Well, like,
Whoa! And before they could get down,
Magic Kirby and Amazing
the
Mirror
cake
is just a slot
collapsed with
machine
them
too.
inside.
It is weird that the games tend to pair them
Oh,
together.
I can't even
Again, I
make
think
it
it's because of
right.
the whole
Prince Fluff
casino
moaned as he rubbed his
thought
cake-filled
process,
belly.
but you're right.
But then
Magic is mostly
Kirby
skill.
appeared with a huge cherry in his mouth. Whoop. Kirby won the
Yeah, wait, he
contest,
can eat, but he
and
can't.
Rooney
He can only eat yarn food, I guess. He can't. He can only eat yarn food. I don't know. It's a Kirby game. Who cares about logic? Waterland. Wow, that's a very interesting name there. Should we do this level? I'm probably gonna get people saying I need to. What even is this? Ice Cream Land? Cocoa I feel like I probably need to do this. We're not gonna go our way to do all the bonus levels, but we will do this one. Because it's not like we're beating this game tonight anyway. Skip it? I like the train. Also, Cocoa. Though we're going out of Cocoa season, honestly. Not that I really have had hot cocoa in a while. When I was, I'm not a coffee drinker, and really, I'm not. But when I was working the breakfast shift, because I work night shift, right? And I do that because I'm not a morning person, so it's easier to just stay up all night than it is to like work. Instead of like, it's easier to just like stay up all night than it is to like get up early. So when I was working the breakfast shift, I did drink a little bit of coffee here or there. And the trick that I learned is to put some hot cocoa to mix with your coffee to make like a poor man's cappuccino of sorts. Wait, what doesn't ask you for the food? Oh yeah, I need to fix that. I'm gonna fix that later. You just have to put it. So what is Naran putting? I need to fix it. My bad. Can I suplex what? No. Though I hear you can. Have people liked the Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster? Because I have thought about getting that instead of playing, like when I eventually play it, instead of playing the Wii one. I have thought about getting that version, which probably makes the most sense, but. What is Naran pudding? What is Naran pudding? Also, did Naran ask what his favorite, what the food was, or did I miss it? I'm busy playing Kirby. Talk about corned beef and cabbage. I love corned beef and cabbage. It's great. I usually only have it for like St. Patrick's Day, but I really like I like both of it. I mean, I know you can have corned beef on like a sandwich and stuff, but I think people like to hate on cabbage, and I don't know. I think cabbage is really great, especially cooked. Corned beef and cabbage by far is like just something about the flavor for that, especially for like St. Patrick's Day, is just like, or the style that's used for St. Patrick's Day, rather. Really good. One of my favorite special meals, for sure. I don't get what the pun is. Naron pudding, Naron... I don't know what. Oh no, headaches suck. Hopefully hopefully you feel better. I would agree with you on that, actually. I would agree that corned beef and cabbage is better than Thanksgiving dinner, for sure. Like, Thanksgiving dinner is traditional, I get it. And I don't hate it. But turkey is not the best meats. It's for sure not. Like, if you are gonna have meat, I wouldn't go with turkey. Honestly, here's a take. Here's my take. Let's change up Thanksgiving. Let's make Thanksgiving, like, instead of having turkey, the new tradition is that we have veggie burgers for Thanksgiving. That would be my take. Make it feel kind of like, make veggie burgers be a special meal. I think make or tofu burgers or something like that. But it has you point it at the TV. It's not. It's pointer controls, not motion controls. I don't think. Or if there is motion, I'm definitely not doing much with it. But what, veggie burgers? No, I eat corned beef. It's like beef that's corned. I don't know. Wonder if this game would ever be talked about if it was never repackaged as a Kirby. That's the thing that's interesting, right? Like, can you imagine a world where Smash Bros. Isn't Smash Bros. And is just a generic polygon? Like, imagine that world. Like, there's so many games we were talking about earlier that been like Pokemon Snap, this Smash, Splatoon. Like, and that's why when people talk about games being not a Banjo game or not a Kirby game or something like that, like, I don't know if that really ever matters, to be honest, because like when you look at Kirby and he's gone in so many different directions, it's not like Kirby has to be one thing only, you know? Well, when they were in development, it was originally going to start as a Mario game. Oh, that was the original plan. And I guess it's not really the same thing, you're right. But originally they were going to make it a Mario game. So actually, Splatoon's the opposite, to be fair. But they were considering it doing the same thing with it. Like, taking that idea and then putting Mario on it. So, yeah, you're right. Splatoon's not really that concept, but it is that mentality of, you know, oh, let's just take this thing and put this on it. And I guess when you look at Splatoon versus other games, it's like, should this game have been its own thing? Would it have sold? I don't know. Splatoon was kind of lightning in a bottle, honestly. Like, I'm actually really happy it sold as well as it is, but it's kind of surprising when you look at some of Nintendo's other more recent franchises that just did not, you know, garner as much attention. This is also just a Galaxy. What was with the Wii and having a lot of, like, dark levels? Because Galaxy 2 just has a level like this. Yeah, Pokemon Snap was not originally Pokemon. It was just a photo game. And they're like, what if we took this new thing we have and made this for Snap? And it just worked out for them. Wow, poor Pushmo. Pushmo's good. I think it helps that also the year it came out was the year that everyone else hated Nintendo. Because it came out in 2015. That was the year of Mario Party 10, I think Mario Power 10, or Mario Tennis Ultra Smash, the year of Federation Force, the year of Star Fox Zero. Like, it was literally the only good game that came out that year in people's eyes. So I don't know if that helped. I know it was definitely like well received at E3 as well, though. It's also a third-person shooter and multiplayer. I mean, this is true also, yeah. It's a genre that... And so not only did it appeal to people who already like shooters, but it appealed to people like me, who typically are not big on shooters, but liked Splatoon because it was a shooter for people who don't like shooters. Because it was like, okay, it's all about the movement. That's what, like, it was all... Like, Splatoon's all about the movement more than anything else. And... I mean, it's not really, because it is about coverage and all that. It's just more obvious. Like, it's a way for people to get into shooters, because all shooter games have the idea of you know, controlling the map as being like a big part of the game, from my understanding. But for Splatoon, it's like way more obvious. And also, there's squids. I can get that. To be fair, if you don't like shooters, I definitely get that. I'm not like a big shooter guy myself, for sure. Splatoon is more the exception to the rule, to be honest. I'm thinking, like, it's not like people who like shooters can't like Splatoon, for sure. But I'm just thinking, like, I know my one friend, Shadow Mario 41, is not as big on Splatoon, and I think part of that is because he's expecting it to play exactly like a regular shooter, I guess. And it kind of does, but, like, again, it's more about the movement than it is about, like, you know... There are some weapons that you can... Like, sniping is basically sniping. It's no real different than it is in the normal games. Is Call of Duty... I think Call of Duty is still doing well, right? Like... I can get that. Someone also on the spectrum, I don't really, like, have that issue, but I definitely get if loud noises are and the fast reaction time is bothersome, I can definitely sympathize with that for sure. Like, I mean, is it still, like, breaking records, I guess is my thing. Okay, that's what I was asking. Right, Elements is basically a shooter, isn't it? Nintendo did need a okay, so here's a question, actually, going off of that. Well, yeah, no, but I thought they were talking about turning the train section, Mr. Mario, reading back for the motion. So, here's a question when it comes to, what franchise, or not what franchise, what genre of game does Nintendo need to do that they haven't done yet? Like, what's the most glaring genre that they haven't tackled yet that they should tackle? I had Dewey's Adventure. I sold it to Gaia. Tell Gaia to give it back if you want me to play it. I also I'm sure it's cheap. I could just buy it, honestly. Aw, cats are cute. What's your cat's name, if you don't mind me asking? They have a proper racing. It's called F-Zero. I'm not even gonna get in that debate. I have no dog in this cat race. I guess they don't really. Well, they had a BR. They got rid of it. F-Zero is an arcade racer. Well, like when we're talking proper racer, what are we talking? Her name is Alani. Aw. Yeah, Zany, it's called Mario Kart Tour. or Fire Emblem Three Houses. Okay. I guess Nintendo has not made a dating sim. I don't think they need a dating sim. A real fighting game. It's called ARMS. Kinda, not really. ARMS could be that, but... Oh god, here comes the sun. I wasn't trying to. Forza. Is that that's not really a racing game though? It's just beat car. Like, you don't race in Forza really. I didn't at least. Turtles. Well, the Cruising series is arcadey too, but it might be the closest thing, especially with Blast. You're right, Fire Emblem is a dating sim. I played Forza for all of 6 seconds, and it wasn't even the right Forza. You listened to this game's soundtrack a while back, and admittedly a lot of it didn't really click with me, but this one... I don't know, I really like this game's soundtrack. It's got a lot of piano pieces. You know what game also has a good soundtrack that I'm getting to some really good songs in? Chicory. Which I'm actually nearing the end of, kinda, maybe. Possibly. We gotta do, like, I gotta do some side... I've been playing it on my own with some friends, but... Like, but I gotta do some side quests and stuff. But no, I'm trying to think, like, what, like, actually, what would be the series that Nintendo actually has never even dabbled in? I guess MMO, right? Have they done an MMO? Now, whether they should, I guess, that's a whole other question, but... I think Forza's kind of stuck with Xbox, though, isn't it? I don't think it's exclusive, but actually, no, I think it is probably exclusive, isn't it? Is Xenoblade basically... Okay, that's fair. I could do a speedrun of Chicory, I just wouldn't be going for 100%. For my first experience, Summer, I wanted to paint the world, because the whole point of the game is that you paint the world. Not painting the world would be just so depressing. Pokemon Go is an MMO? Kinda. They've definitely done survival horror, because they own the Fatal Frame series, don't they? As well as other stuff, but... Yeah, I speedrun Donkey Kong Country 3. I did do a speedrun of that game. Back in, for Stack Game Marathon. Luigi is not survival horror. Luigi doesn't die in that game, so there can't be, like, I think the key of a survival horror game is you have to be able to survive, and Luigi doesn't he does survive, but he doesn't, there's no element of, is Luigi gonna die in that game? What if Nintendo just killed Luigi? I'm gonna say this, actually. Pokemon is not a game. Pokemon is a social phenomenon more than anything else, even the first game. Like, it is a game, but the reason why it got popular had nothing to do with the game at all. It had to do with it being a social experience for people, more than anything else. I'm also just stealing it from someone else, but... I mean, I think it's more true than anything else. The fact that the Pokemon company is like, yeah, Pokemon, we care way more about everything but the games, because that is what sells, is Pokemon as a concept, not the games themselves. You kinda can pun, but to be fair, it is kind of jank in Sword and Shield. Like, it's not quite that level. Like, yes, you can see them, but not to the extent of an actual MMO, no. My name is Mega Freak. It's under Warpless. It's DKC3 Warpless under Virtual Console would be where you want to see it. I'm just reading back to make sure I didn't miss anything. How many worlds are in this game? Is it 4? Or not 4. Is it 6? Or is it 7? Or is it 8? Yeah, but I'm just saying there's no, like, I feel like the whole key of survival horror is you don't know if your character is going to survive the end of it. I don't know. Or if other characters are going to survive at the very least. I feel like Legends Arceus could very easily be that if they just had to be on, like the online's, there's elements to online, but very, very brief. But yeah, I would agree with like Pawn, like, I feel like Go kind of has that element a little bit, just not to that same level. Hang on, what was your message? Did I miss it? A Splatoon BR would be amazing, yeah. Wait, McDonald's music? Why is it the McDonald's music? Yeah, no, I said, yeah, they have Fatal Frame, so that's definitely their survival horror. Is there anything else up here? Oh, this. No, Luigi's Mansion is not survival horror. Luigi's Mansion is more, I don't even know what you would describe it as, but it's not, like, horror is not the genre I'd use to describe Luigi's Mansion. Like, being spooky in atmosphere doesn't, like having ghosts doesn't make your game a horror. I have ghosts on my channel. Does that make my channel a horror channel? I don't think so. I kind of honestly wish Splatoon 3 either has that or it was its focus. Because that's one thing that really sucked about the Mario announcement. Is they're making a Splatoon 3, which is fine. And I'm obviously excited for Splatoon 3. But if you're just going to add DLC to Mario Kart, why could you not just make Splatoon 2 have DLC that's Splatoon 3 at that point, you know? And I get why you can't to some extent with a multiplayer game. I do get, like, a multiplayer, like, competitive game. I do get that. But it is frustrating. It's like, okay, they get DLC, but we have to buy a new game. Which is fine, I'm going to be happy with Splatoon 3, but that kind of aspect did sour it a bit for me. And again, my whole issue with that had, like, I get why Nintendo is doing everything they're doing. It makes sense for them entirely, but it doesn't mean I'm still annoyed with it despite the fact that, yes, it does make total sense. I love Dolphin Kirby. Alright, I realized Naran wouldn't like this game because he doesn't like the games that are like, hey, look at this arts and crafts style. I forgot about that. For Return to Dreamland, I'm forced to play as Kirby, by the way, right? I can't play as Waluigi. Well, Splatoon 2 got free updates, yes. And then it had the DLC, but its DLC is single player because it doesn't have any paid DLC for multiplayer at all. It only has free stuff. Whereas, like, for Mario Kart, you can do paid DLC because, first off, everyone can still use the courses, apparently, but even if they couldn't, it wouldn't matter because, like, it wouldn't, like, Mario Kart's arguably not that competitive. It's more casually competitive than anything. But also, it's a, am I not supposed to put these in the baskets? I thought I was supposed to. Oh, there we go. Hang on. I can't do this. But yeah, Splatoon had DLC, but it wasn't of that kind of variety. But again, I don't know. It just kind of like, and I wasn't the only one to have that thought, because as soon as the direct ended, a few other people came into the call and they were like, why didn't Splatoon get this then? And I'm like, well, I get why they didn't, but it's still, yeah, it is a little frustrating. I can't get this in. Okay, screw it. I don't even need this chair. I'm not going for 100%. Why do I care? You can play as Meta Knight while just connect a second player. Yeah, but that seems way more of a hassle, honestly. It's like saying, like, yeah, you can play as them, but there's a big caveat there. I think this game does have good Kirby design. It has good level design. Again, I think this game got unfair hate for like the fact that you couldn't die in this game, which I think, again, I don't think it matters in a Kirby game. It's just a chill game to play, and if you really want to get 100%, like, you can tell you have to actually pay attention for 100%. Oh, bye Zany, also, if I didn't say bye. I'm trying to catch up with everything in chat. There's just a lot of chat tonight, so... Well, again, I don't know, Pawn. People said that Robobot's really good, so... Because we both didn't play Robobot, so for all we know, Robobot maybe is amazing. Well, actually, Owen, they did release another Mario Kart on Switch. It's called Mario Kart Live on Tour. But no, I agree with... I get what you're saying, and I get it. At this point, like, we don't know how long the Switch is gonna last. But, like, it's the best-selling game on Switch. It would make more sense to use it to get them money. I mean, they would make money off of they would get some stuff, like, you know, doing that for, like, buying a new game. But it does. I get why it makes sense for them to try and promote their new subscription service. Like, I get it. Use their most popular game to get more subscriptions. I understand why they're doing it. What am I supposed to be doing here? This. Okay. You played it last weekend. Did you set it back up again? I thought it was really cool. I just knew I wasn't going to play it much, but I thought it was a cool idea at the very least. Pixel and my sis came over, so we drove it around the house. That's cool. It's definitely one of those things that I just, like, I think is such a cool idea for Nintendo to do. I love that they didn't give up their experimental stuff entirely, because, like, you have Ring Fit, which is arguably the best game on Switch. Like, probably bar none. It is probably the best game on Switch. And it is in that line of, like, the creative element of Nintendo. And I love that they have stuff like Labo and Game Maker Garage, and, you know, I think a Nintendo without that kind of stuff wouldn't be Nintendo. It would be not Nintendo. I don't know if I was saying anything all that amazing there, but what was the point of this door? Probably something. Don't know if you heard the leaks, but Nintendo is going to make a new console. I don't believe them, Naro. Recently? If you linked it today, no. But if you can link it again, I'll look at it later. How did I not grab that? Did we say how many worlds are in this game? I don't think I saw the response to that. Like, we're on world 4. Is it 5 is like the ice world, right? Is it 5, 6, and then 7 is Dreamland, or how does it work? 7 worlds, okay. So if we beat, I don't know if we're gonna get to world 4 today, but if we beat this world, we'd have 4, 5, 6, 7, I guess. Oh no, wait, we're on world 4. Hang on. If we beat this world today, we'd have 5, 6, and 7 for next time. And then Return to Dreamland. And then, ideally, play Return to Dreamland and, maybe... I think playing Adventure is going to make more sense than playing, Superstar, unfortunately. Which Superstar was always an extra add-on, because, like, while I'm not against playing it, so many people have played it before, I'm kind of, like, fine with highlighting some of the Kirby games that don't get... Well, I say don't get as much love. If I wanted to do that, I would have picked Mass Attack and stuff like that, but, you know. I really did want to do Return to Dreamland, though, because I do want to give that game another shot, like, playing it now years later, see what my thoughts are on it now, playing it now, like, as opposed to when it first came out. It is very good. The only problem is it's like 4 hours long, I think, give or take. And I guess it depends on how long Return to Dreamland is, but if I beat Return to Dreamland next time, which I don't think is going to happen, then in theory, I could maybe do Superstar Adventure, but I don't know. Because I have 2 more sessions after this one. And we're definitely doing Return to Dreamland. Nintendo without cool toys is just a wholesome game brand. Nintendo's whole thing was always toys. Like, you look, I mean, obviously people know that, but like, it's really cool to watch like some of their early endeavors. Like, I was watching a video about using your own oh no, that one I think I did see that one, Pond. If you're talking about the guy who does who hijacked Labo, yeah, I did watch that one. I thought that was cool. I think if that's the one or maybe I think it was the same guy, yeah. Ice, Space, and Dreamland. Okay. We're not playing Air Ride. From what I saw on Long Plays and How Long to Beat, I think this game is actually longer than Return to Dreamland. Not much, but it's like 5 hours maybe. Return to Dreamland, 4 to 5 hours. If I'm not going for 100%, that is. Technically, I could be going with this game faster if I wasn't, like, I did the extra levels, which I didn't need to do. Yeah. I don't own Star Allies, so... Nintendo did make Love Hotels, you're right. Anyway, I was watching a video about Nintendo and the light gun, and, like, how light gun cabinet, or shooting gun cabinets, like, existed, like, way back in arcades in, like, the 40s, which is nuts. But then Nintendo, like watching their early development days with making the light gun toy was kind of cool. I think it was Video Game Historian, I think, did a video on it. I 100%, the thing upon is, Odin plays it multiplayer, and I 100% believe that it is more fun multiplayer. 100%. I definitely believe that if I was ever to play Star Allies, I would definitely need to get a friend. I couldn't stream Blowout Blast because it's on a 3DS, though I will say, someone asked about donation goals earlier, I saw that, I forgot to mention that. I think, DBZ's mostly as a joke, but I will say if I do get donations, I'm probably going to put them towards maybe getting a 3DS capture card, because there's a lot of 3DS games I'd like to actually stream. So if I do get donations, that's what I would go towards probably. I don't have a donation goal though. Blowout Blast is kind of a weird name, yeah. I did remember that game existed, yes. Yeah, I would be able to play DS games too. I know there's that, because I watch occasionally, just I have on when nothing else is going on, I'll put on Gymnast, who's a Zelda speedrunner, because he's a pretty chill dude, and he's just fun to have on in the background. But he talked about the Delfino Customs makes them now, like as an active developer of the 3DS capture card. So I feel like if I'm gonna get it, I probably would get through there maybe. But yeah, I know they're kind of a hot commodity. Or I could do what Sneaky had a way to do it via less than legal men. there's ways to do it via like Bluetooth, I think, that if you really wanted to. But I would want to have a physical one, I think. I already have issues with my regular capture card as it is. I want a 3DS capture card that I can just play on the like without any loopholes, honestly. Yeah, I can get that. But hey, it's cool that you can do it at least. I don't think this might be the Epic Yarn song I know the least amount about, because I do not remember this song being in the game. It's just kind of there, to be fair, but... Yeah, we're just, you know what, we're just skipping this level. I don't like Kirby part of your world. Oh, Dolphin Kirby. I do like Dolphin Kirby. Like in normal Kirby games? Yeah, I would agree with that. I know most of Mass Attack's like soundtrack is like, hey, what if Kirby had a piano? But not all of them. How do I get out of here? Trying to get through Summer World 4 before. In theory, I could beat this game today if you guys want to be here until like 1 o'clock. Which one? I'm trying to think of which one you're talking about, Odin. And what Kirby games? Oh, 64? I think I know which one you're... Okay, yeah. No, I would agree with you on that. The one that go is it the one that has like the da 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 like the da 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 da. Not that song. It's a different song from a different game in a different mood. Hopefully you understood what I was actually singing there, but whatever. No, I know which one you're talking about. It's the one that has like the bells, right? Should you Mario 3DS to play all 3DS and Virtual Console games, plus other 3DS games? Also, the joke, by the way, was Air's theme. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Sneaky. I'm glad that somebody at least caught it. Look, name that Mega Sings tune is not happening. Though Final Fantasy Name That Game tune is happening Sunday at 8 p.m. EDT. So don't want to miss out on that. Honestly, Nara, I would definitely stream Sun and Moon. I would give it another chance. I would stream Sun and Moon, and I would try not to bitch about it. But you know what games I'm going to stream before that? Ever Oasis, Sushi Striker, other Black and White 2. There's just so Kid Icarus Uprising, so many games I love. I should just stream Kid Icarus Uprising so that Odin can see the ending without having to play it. That's what I should do. Though you could also just look it up on YouTube, probably. But... Or they could just, like, I don't know. Here's what they should do. They should make a new Kid Icarus Uprising, or a new Kid Icarus game. And then, on top of that, they should release a new game as well, and have it as a collection called the Kid Icarus Amazing... I don't know what we're going to call it, but that's what they should do. This music's also just kind of here, by the way. This guy has too much head. Come on. Oh, he just becomes an octopus? I don't remember this. This isn't how octopuses work. Oh, they're dancing. Aww. Controls. I hate water physics. Yeah, I'll look back up what you guys were saying, but I saw something about Bayonetta 2, and I agree, that was a good package. What they did with Bayonetta 2, and being like, hey, here's Bayonetta 1 and 2 for the price of 1. I don't know if they would ever do that again, but... There we go. That's how we do it. Did I say black and white too? Black and white. I guess I don't own Myths. Oh no, I own Myths and Monsters on the 3DS, so I would have to do it on there, yeah. Which I would, honestly, because I don't want to beat it. Or I think I do. I swear I own Myths and Monsters. Because I don't think I have it on my backlog, do I? I don't think I do, but I know I definitely have the game somewhere. You always want to do something musical myself? What you mean, like
We
with
did it. We
like
got the
doing the
magic
music
yarn.
yourself? I've considered it for
Magic
sure.
yarn shimmered and
Nom,
sparkled and
Nom, I think
sparkled
would be better
high
at it.
into the
Honestly,
sky.
if their Zelda song is anything to go by, I give my blessing for Nom to be the one to do it. Name that acapella tune.
The yarn weaved its way into the fabric.
There
of the
are a lot
game
of video
and
games that are
stitched
mean to
two
squids.
pieces of patch land together.
And octopi.
Back in Dreamland, it was total chaos over at Castle
It's-
DDD.
I think my issue with the Odin
What is
is
going on here?
it's the same issue with like
It
all the
appeared
Game
that
Boy
Yin
games that are
Yarn's
based
Waddle
on like
Dee
original
imposters
NES
had captured
games.
all of
It's the
real
screen
Waddle
size.
Dees.
Like it's so zoomed in, it throws me
Can't be
off.
Mean to my Waddle Dees? Only I can be mean to my Waddle Dees.
Don't be
That
mean
was
to
when
Waddle
Yin
Dee.
Yarn's troops decided to show King DDD who was boss. Hey, that tickles. Okay, that hurts. Yeah, Uncle. And in no time,
That's why I never really got
King
into
DDD
Metroid
wrapped
2.
up like a birthday present.
Super Mario Bros. Deluxe,
One
Metroid
more step
2.
and Dreamland will be mine. What an honor to have
Why
a
do you
king
care?
serving me. Yin Yarn's sock began to glow and sucked King DDD right inside.
Look, this guy has no feet. He shouldn't have any socks.
Dreamland will be mine. Not sure what I'll do.
I've been very nice to Waddle Dee.
Could no one stop Yin Yarn from tearing apart the very fabric of Dreamland?
Kirby can. Okay, question, guys. So, should I... What are your thoughts? I could technically just stop here, technically, but thoughts are, should I, finish up, like, with the bonus world, or should I go on to World 5 for a little bit? Like, what are your thoughts? Because we'll only have 5, 6, and 7 next time, which won't take too long. I don't think. Probably, like, 2 to 3 hours. Well, I've gotten 2 different opinions here. Next world and complete the extra level. We need some more votes here. Next world is Snowland. I guess we can always do the extra levels next time. What else do you guys think? I'll do like 1 or 2 more levels before I end. You'll get more Kirby games? Okay. What's still even? Oh, the tie. Well, Odin broke it, so... Oh, no, Odin, I'm ignoring something. Hey, it's that song that plays on, like, every Christmas screen. I'm not actually ignoring Summer, but I was... Summer, it's an ice level. Do you not like ice levels? I just figure I probably honestly shouldn't be spending as much time on the extra levels as I am, but, you know, I didn't want to show some of them off. My thing is, I wasn't going to beat the game today anyway, because, like, the extra levels I did, I maybe would have got through another world, but... I don't know, I guess if I had gone faster, maybe I could have beat Return to Dreamland in 1 session, but I don't know. If Return to Dreamland does in fact take 6 hours, no matter what I was gonna do, it's gonna take 2 sessions for that. There's a lot of levels you're supposed to no hit. Like any of the race levels, you pretty much have to not get hit and play perfectly. I was asking this, does Kirby have a lot of ice levels? Like, I guess it does, right? I guess Kirby, like, what is Kirby's most... Also, I just realized, oh no, this game does have Wispy Woods, doesn't it? This is probably the game that has... or Kirby probably has, what's the world type that Kirby has the most of, do you think? I guess Grassland probably, actually, but... And I was asking earlier what people thought the most, like, what games does Wispy Woods not appear in? And also not a Wispy Woods, like, stand-in either. So like it has to be something that's just not Wispy Woods related at all, or a game that has no Wispy Woods relation or reference at all, rather. Boring type. So pants type. Okay. Guys, the snow is ending, finally. I know people like snow, and I like snow, I like the cold. I do not like what snow brings from a work perspective, because obviously, like, driving sucks, but even furthermore, if we get good snow, we get busy during the season, and honestly, it just sucks. Like, summer sucks too, but like I can deal with summer busyness. I just cannot deal with winter busyness. It just exhausted the hell out of me. That's why I didn't really do much in February. Like when you look at my streams in February, what did I do? I did like I don't think I did anything. I did Game Pass stream, and I did Name That Game Tune, and that was about it. Okay, no problem, Nom. I will see you probably next week for this, or maybe for Mario Party on my birthday, or for Final Fantasy Name That Game Tune as well. Lots of stuff next week. I know we only had one stream this week, but that's because we're gonna have a lot next week. You know, I will say I'm gonna do the official announcement next week, but I'll say for anyone that's here watching, I did announce this for like Discord. Our next Game Pass games have been chosen, and we're gonna be doing. So every month now, I'm gonna do a Game Pass stream. That's gonna be a 4-hour stream of 3 games. I'm changing up the format. There's no voting. Democracy is dead. So we do it's 4 hours of games of 3 games. Ideally an hour each, but there's gonna be time for like switching over, and if a game goes a little over, it's fine. So that's the plan on that front. And the games that I'm picking for this month are going to be New Super Lucky's Tale, Dodgeball Academia, and Myst, which Myst is the 90s adventure game, I think, for PC that apparently is people know. I don't know much about Myst, so that's going to be like completely... but I've been told I'm going to really like it, and I'm going to want to do a full stream of it. And if any of the games like I end up really liking, I will do a full stream of them later on. But it's just a way to kind of like give a taste test of some games, and then if I really like something, then we'll do more of it, potentially. All you know about Myst is that my brother loves it. I've been told it's definitely a me game. Is that it? What do you mean, is that it? The Wispy Woods. He's not in Canvas Curse or Kirby's Blowout Blast. He's in a lot of games, honestly. I have been playing Game Pass stuff on my own a little bit. So, I've been playing a little bit... I have to get back to it. I've been playing a little bit Dicey Dungeons. It's okay. It's no Slay the Spire for me, but I was playing a little bit Dicey Dungeons. I did unlock all the characters. I played, Psychonauts 2 was the big one. I played and beat that game. That was like the main reason I bought Game Pass. And then I played, I think that was about it for like games I didn't stream. I've been playing Sable though. So like for the ones I showed last time, I haven't been playing Banjo, but I have gotten, once I finished Arceus, I've been going back and playing Sable a lot. SSX I'm probably not going to play more of. Banjo I might, but it might be a while. But Sable I'd highly recommend. It's if you like open world games and you want one that's a little bit smaller, because I don't think it's nearly as large, and also is like has the indie kind of like story style aspect to it. I think Sable is pretty honestly incredible, and I'm surprised I hadn't heard about it beyond just like as a Games for Impact. I think it was nominated for the Game Awards, I think. See, the one I hate is the Thief. I don't like the Thief. Now, I've been told there's a way to do the Thief, and I'm like, but this is just unfun, because it just played it the same way no matter the level. And that's why Ponda said he didn't really like Dicey Dungeons for that reason, is that you basically play the character the same no matter what the episode is. So it kind of loses the further you get it. It loses, like, interest being... It ends up being less interesting the further you get in, rather. But, yeah, I found the Thief the hardest to play as, personally. Because I don't like the idea of having random powers. Or rather, I get so screwed up with the whole stealing powers thing. King Golem and Flowery... Well, Flowery Woods is basically just Woody Woods, but with flowers on his head. Or on his whatever. No, I've beaten the Warrior entirely. The Warrior's been completely completed. I've done... I think 2 episodes of The Jester, which I do like The Jester. I've done at least 1 episode of each. I don't think I've done any more of Robot, or I don't think I've done more of The Witch. But yeah, so far I have not gotten further. The Warrior I got fully completed, though. See, I stopped because of episode 2 for the Thief. That's the one that really killed it for me. I'm like, okay, I'm stopping. This is not fun. If you like the card deck building game, Odin, I definitely recommend Slay the Spire. Because I think, like, it's interesting because Dicey Dungeons was developed independent. Like, Slay the Spire came out first. But from what I've been told, the creators of Dicey Dungeons did not look up anything about Slay the Spire because they didn't want to, like, be influenced by it. Though there is a lot of similar elements. But Slay the Spire is, like, Dicey Dungeons, but better in a lot of ways, I think. I think Dicey Dungeons arguably has a better sense of style to it, which is really cool. I do like its, like, aesthetic, but... I don't think it's a bad game. I just think it doesn't have the staying power that... Like, Slay the Spire, I could play for hours on end, honestly. And I can't really say the same about, like, Dicey Dungeons. Like, once I was to beat all the episodes, that would be about basically it. I'd be done, you know? Whereas Slay the Spire, I still kept playing a little bit even after I'd gotten everything. You have Slay the Spire? Yeah, I think you would enjoy it for sure. I mean, that type of game is just good in general, honestly. That's why, like, it exploded in popularity, because everyone's like, oh yeah, deck builders are really fun. You think episode for the Thief you'll enjoy more? I believe that. I do want to get back to it, but I wanted to beat Sable before next Game Pass stream, because I'm assuming if I do a full stream of Myst, assuming that, like, that I will, I'll still probably want to play Lucky's Tale, because I can't imagine that game's that long on my own, as well as potentially Dodgeball Academia. And I kind of want to try and beat all the games I play for that month before the next month, if that makes sense. So, Dicey Dungeons was nice to play after work. That's part of why I stopped too, right? Because it was a nice chill game to play after work for a bit before I went to bed. But then when February became like hell with work, I was like, I just want to go to bed. or I don't want to like stress about Dicey Dungeons at the very least. So. Well, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this stream. I'm glad I chose Epic Yard next. Not that I didn't think Amazing Mirror was fun, but I think the one downside with my game order for this month, or for Kirby month, was I picked like all the hard games back to back to back, which kind of just killed my momentum a little bit for a bit there. Because not that Kirby 64 is not hard, but I had to get 100% for that. I didn't have to, but I wanted to because of the story purposes. So that made it be a little bit more of a hassle, on top of the fact that the bosses there were some tricky bosses. And then Dreamland 2 had the hard boss plus 100% as well. Dreamland 1 was like not even worth Dreamland 1's not worth noting. And then Amazing Mirror was just like, this session went way better than the last session, but it was just figuring out where to go and getting a sense of where to go in that game. I'm really interested to play that multiplayer at some point, maybe in the future. I feel like that'd be really fun, but yeah, 64 is, that's why I didn't, this is why Dreamland 3 is not on this list owned. Because Dreamland 3's 100% is story, tied to story, and also it is way more of a hassle. Like, I love that game, but it's definitely not worth trying to 100% on stream. Yeah, Nightmare in Dreamland started, but it's really funny to me. Like, some of them are also the same exact box art. I'm pretty sure, like, Mass Attack is the same box art, and then the front Kirby has angry eyebrows. I like Dreamland 3, but, like, I think I liked it more for the sense of style and, like, what it was going for. But I get why people, like, especially when you have Superstar, I get why people are like, it's not that good. But I think, like, it's got a cute art style, and I like the idea of doing a task for every level. The problem is I don't think it's really great for replayability, and I think in general, games forcing you to have to get 100% to get the true ending, I think is, in general, just not my favorite decision. It does have Kirby and Koo in Dreamland 3. I was getting stressed about it because I was doing all the characters in order, like all the first episodes, then second, and then it got to Witch 4 and hated it. Yeah, like I did basically all the warrior, but I did all the first episodes, and then I was just like, I'm gonna do character by character is what I was trying to do, but the thief kind of like, so I'll probably play as someone else for a bit, honestly. Dream Course is the first game technically with an anger face, but only in Japan. It's interesting, there's a lot of, like, SNES only Kirby games, too, thinking on it, because, like, isn't there, like, a Star Stacker? I think I was listening to, like, DVD themes. I mean, this is kind of off topic, but I wanted to talk about it. Also, surfboarding, snowboarding. It's interesting that, there's, like, a DVD remix I had never heard before that's from, like, the Star Stacker 3 SNES game. It's Japan only. This song is also really good, by the way. I should not have gotten that. Yeah, there was this Teleview games. But yeah, that's why I picked that. And then, like, Return to Dreamland 100% doesn't matter. This game doesn't matter for 100%. And I don't think Return to Dreamland's that hard, honestly. Adventure's not, like, it's kind of hard, but 100% doesn't matter. And I played the game enough that I'm not too worried about that game. I did stream it, and I think it'll take, like, 2 hours. The issue is that I'm not going to be able to probably get, I'm probably just not going to get to Superstar, unfortunately. Unless I luck out, and unless I just decide to beat this game tonight, but again, I guess it depends on how long Return to Dreamland takes, because technically, like, honestly, with this game, like, I'm on World 5 and I'm halfway through World 5, honestly. I only have 2 worlds next time, which will probably take, like, maybe an hour or 2, so I could make enough progress, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see, I guess. Let's see. How many... I could just finish this world off, honestly, because it's only 11 o'clock. I'll let you guys decide if you want me to do, like, one more level after this, or finish the world, or just stop here. Whenever some of the titles Kirby game changed in Europe, Europe just does that in general for all games, but also because they just are better. Mouse Attack is like my favorite title. Also Kirby Fun Pack. I don't know. To be fair, I'm only going off of what I see on the internet. So, like, I can't tell you for sure how long it will actually take. I don't remember how long it actually will take from a non 100% standpoint. But Yoshi's Universal Gravitation is really funny also. You're Yoshi Topsy-Turvy for the GBA. It is very amazing, yeah. They're like, what name should we call this game? Let's make the most unappealing sounding name ever. Okay, after Frosty Wheel, is it just the boss? Because if that's the case, I'll just fight DDD tonight, and then we'll end it there. Because that'll be a good stopping point. And then next time we only have 2 worlds. So, and I don't think, spoilers, I don't think Dreamland's that long. If I remember correctly. Oh, he's a sleigh. Return to Dreamland was the time there was any... Wait, there wasn't or was? Okay, 2 bonus levels. Okay, so this will be the... So we'll finish with DDD, I guess. And we probably won't do any more extra levels, honestly, unless there's like... If there's like... I don't know, what's... Is there any level that anyone really wants me to do from an extra world? I'm trying to think that I didn't already do. I did the Dune Buggy level. You know, I really love the Mr. Freezies. Snowmen are great. You know what I will say about ice things in general? I love ice enemies. Like, ice critters are like the best. Walruses, fantastic. Penguins, amazing. Snowmen, great. Like, is there a single bad ice like enemy, like ice animal? There really isn't. They're all just fantastic. No, Summer, you're not allowed. You're not. No. Bonus level in Dreamland 2. Is that the halberd, or is that a base level? Because I get, if it's the halberd, I maybe I'll try. But the problem is I have to go back after I beat the game is the only problem with that. Right? Because you can't beat it until you get the credits. So, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see on what the time is for that. I remember trying to play this with my brother a bit. I feel like co-op for this game is probably, like, not that exciting, but it's probably interesting, like, with, like... It's be a good game to play with, like, a family or something. Again, that's a very chill game. Again, I know I'm not going for 100%, but it's not like I'm not going to get things when I see them. It's in my nature. Halberd is a post-game level... Wait, it's not level 1, is it? Did they add stuff in the post-game? Oh, post-game level. Sorry, I read that wrong. Yeah, which, I mean, I could... Again, if I have... I guess it depends on how our time is next time. We'll look. I'm not going to promise I'm going to do it, but... I feel like this game is just like... I feel like, A, it's a really good stream game. Because I feel like it's a really good game to just kind of chill and talk to people with. Which is what I've been wanting with, like... It's why I think I really didn't like Tropical Freeze, this replay through. Because I was really expecting it to be a chill stream game. And it was just not. Because the other Donkey Kongs kind of are. To me, at least. And this is like peak chill stream game. I feel like if you and Madam played it, you would probably like it, Odin. Just kind of a cute game to just kind of chill and talk and hang out with. It's a game that, like, again, I guess if you go in expecting it to be like every other Kirby game, like, it's not like other Kirby games aren't too, I don't think they're too hard, but it definitely has a different vibe from the other Kirby games, I would say, for sure. It's definitely just got a more, like, I don't know. It's just got a more like, hey, we're here for the vibe and for the experience of just like, you know, experiencing the world. Not so much, like, I feel like the game doesn't really, it does have the element of, like, trying to play for 100% to get everything, so there is still the game element. But I feel like it's definitely more of an experience than it is a game in that respect. Because it's definitely more about just, like watching what's happening and look at how cute everything is than anything else, I feel. That probably would help, for sure. But no, I think the thing with co-op is going in expecting it to be like, I guess you can't, like, a lot of good co-op games tend to be games that, like, you can use your skill sets together to help each other triumph, right? Whereas with this game, it's more like, it's not even a game where you're like getting each other's way and that's funny. It's just kind of like you're just chilling together really much. Like, adding 2-player doesn't really help the game either in the chaoticness of multiplayer or in the, hey, we're working together kind of thing. It's just like, hey, play with me and have a fun time, you know? It's not like the multiplayer does anything else beyond just, hey, it's there, to some extent. Speaking of good music, though, the 3DS game has Street Pass support. Evergreen Lift, Outer Ridge, and Valhalla. That's like what, in these worlds? But that's the problem. You have to get to bonus world number 2 for those. I have heard about Slime Rancher on Game Pass, so I probably will actually play that at some point for a Game Pass stream. I think it's on Game Pass. And we have Slime Rancher 2 coming. I think I got my position right here. Something I always want easygoing calm stream. It's just when I'm playing a game I've already played before, I guess there's a part of me that wants it to be easygoing calm. Versus like if I'm playing a game for the first time, I'm okay with like struggling because that's like part of the point of the game. But if I'm playing a game I've already played before, it's kind of annoying if it's like, oh, I'm just sucking really bad, you know? Because like I already beat this game before. That might just be a me thing, but... Maybe I should be gotten the coins. Cats do that. Not that I've ever... Actually, technically I don't have a cat, but my mom, who notoriously is not a fan of cats, actually now has a cat. As well as my brother has a cat. Named Pasta. But, like, it is... We are usually a dog family more and stuff, but I just don't have, like... I could never have a pet with how I... Like, I work nights. You can't... I don't think you could really have a pet working nights, honestly. I just realized I could probably get those when he ducks like that. Oh no. Maybe not? Oh, ground pound? Oh, I forgot you could... I keep forgetting you can do that. I don't know why. Two dogs and 4 cats, so it apparently is possible. That's just not a me thing. Nice. I like a game where the bosses aren't stupid difficult. I figured you could, but I just could not postulate how to do it. But we did it. Well, like I said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. We got Final Fantasy in that game 2 next week on Sunday. We got Mario Party birthday stream on Monday, both at 8, and then we got more Kirby finishing up this game next time at 6 on Tuesday, as well as Return to Dreamland.
And spiraled and swirled high into the sky.
And I'm glad we were able to show off some of the new alerts. The raid one was funny, or not the raid. Well, we saw the raid one technically, but the sub alert was funny, and the bit alert. You only saw one of several, to be fair, the bit alerts. But meanwhile,
in the sky above Dreamland,
I think it's funny. Is Smash Brawl the first time the Halberd came back?
Meta Knight had noticed some strange.
Because now it's like just become a thing.
Patches and
but I feel like it was
everywhere.
Before that, it was only in Superstar, right?
Thing? Just then, a powerful laugh filled the sky around him. What? Who goes there?
No, it was fine. I'm not mad at you for that. I'm just saying it wasn't really a real raid.
Mind if I suck it to you?
I wonder what the narrator's doing now. What's his career path?
Like that, Meta Knight was gone. Now Yin Yarn had Dreamland all to himself.
Oh, because Dreamland only has 3 people in it: Kirby, DD, and Meta Knight.
Did this mean the end of Dreamland?
Twitch streamer? What do you mean Twitch streamer? No, we don't want to see your brothers. Alright, we did unlock a level here, which maybe we'll see what we're gonna just focus on beating the game next time to start with, I think. But oh, that's what the narrator, like, actually, or like, are you being for real? Frigid fjords. I like the word fjords. Alright, well, we are done for tonight, but we are going to show off real quick Spaceland. Not the board. What is this music? Oh, I'm sorry, Booey. I've been going for honestly 6 hours though, so, or plus, so. But hey, oh, you've been lurking? Oh, that's good. Hopefully you've enjoyed. But there's gonna be more Kirby next week. Kirby's not dead. Kirby's alive and well. We got more Kirby. So for people who care about Kirby, Tuesday is Kirby. Next 6 o'clock. More of this, and then Return to Dreamland. And then the next Tuesday will be probably the end of Return to Dreamland, and hopefully something else. We'll have to see what's gonna happen there. And then on the last Monday of the month, we're going to be doing a first look at Kirby and the Forgotten Land. So, plenty of Kirby left to go around. But this is the end of tonight's stream. We got plenty of streams coming up. Let's see if there's anyone streaming that we can give a raid to. We got plenty of ideas for raids. Also, remind me, Summer, to fix the command for, or the food point thing. So that I can put a box in there. Okay, who is streaming? Anyone? I don't... You know what? Okay. I think I'm going to go with... I think I'm going to go with, in the name of DT, he is one of Slim's... Well, I know him from Slim, but he's a speedrunner. But they're doing what I think is a Paper Mario randomizer. I don't know how far he is into it. But it seems like it'd be fun. It's kind of a similar vibe to this. So, I don't know what is... I don't know. I don't think there's spoilers for that, but be respectful. But what should we do for raid message? Probably it feels like pants. Any other ideas, guys? Be nice to Waddle Dee. I don't know about that. It's gotta be something that's related to stream, which I guess mushrooms were. Get caught in the mega yarn. If you want to say that, I don't know. Kirby. I don't know if I want to do trans grapes personally. I wouldn't do trans grapes. I would just go with, we'll do it feels like pants, be nice to Lil D, Kirby month. We'll just do that. We'll just go with that. Alright, that's what we're going with, guys. Thank you for watching. I will see you, hopefully see you for next Tuesday. If not, I hope to see you for any of the upcoming streams. I hope to see you for Final Fantasy Name That Game Tune, or for my Mario Party stream on my birthday, as well as more Kirby. Alright, have a good night, guys. Thanks for watching.